Are you kidding me? Right when I go live, I think she's about to walk out. All right, YouTube. Good morning. We have had another wild day. It was looking very ugly at first, and then we chilled out. Once again, bonds, it's the highest TLT has been all year. And if you're not aware, I've started every video like this, even the watch list last night. I want to make sure that everybody understands it. Quite simply, the market is freaking out about growth right now. It went from tariffs cause inflation to now they're saying tariffs will slow down growth. So I think it's very fascinating. But either way, it was looking very ugly again. Bonds did good. Then we chilled out. A couple of moves between like Starbucks, Apple, value continued. And then now we are waiting for the, what's it called? We are waiting for the press briefing. I don't think we have Trump. We got to hear from other people. And then, yeah, we'll chill. And hopefully we don't die into the close. You know what I'm saying? Caterpillar popping a little bit. So, on that note, man, I hope you guys are feeling good. We're going to prepare for Philo now. So, let me send out alert and let me give you a little speech. And we will begin. We will begin. Expedia on the high, Fang on the low. What's that? Diamondback Anade. Diamondback. And then Redfin's still going up. They dropped a little bit earlier. Good, coming down. All right. I'll give you guys
and I think our message is unequivocally, yes, this will. But again, there are just some questions about what the kind of the scope of this looks like, and if this is just an extension or whether there are additional tax cuts. The other thing I will just say is, you know, more clients are asking, as maybe some concerns of growth are starting to weigh on the market, is what the cuts would look like and how draconian are they, how front-loaded they are, and how significant could they be from a growth perspective. So kind of two sides of the coin, of course.
It's great to see you back, Libby. Where's your optimism coming from? Because as you point out in your note to clients just yesterday, getting them ready for this moment, the ultimate reconciliation bill is basically instructions, the guardrails for the ultimate reconciliation bill, and we can't even agree on this. What makes you think the actual bill with the actual money inside can pass with a majority of one?
Well, Joe, it is a good question, but my optimism, I think, comes from the place that there really is no, decision otherwise. This is in many ways existential for House members and for members of the Senate. They just simply cannot let the U.S. economy kind of go over this fiscal cliff, if you will. That's how they would characterize it. So, for politically speaking, there really is no other choice, and as we all know, political expedience oftentimes rules the day in Washington. So that is where my optimism is coming from. However, I do think it is going to be a circuitous route to get to that destination. As we are just seeing, as you point out, if you could only lose one vote, that's not really a governing majority, if you will, even on something like tax cuts, and particularly when you sort of put into more controversial items like potential Medicaid cuts.
More controversial items, indeed. Indeed. So, Chatadonia. Oh, yes. I was clapping, so I couldn't click on it. Carvana, yeah. I saw that one on the high ticker, too. So, Chatadonia. It's time for Philo, baby. And here's the deal. So you're here. We are on members only, and we are here on members only because that means you paid to be here. So hopefully if you are gifted, you don't squander that opportunity. But it's very simple. Everybody is here for the right reason, and we need to keep up the workflow, and that's all that I'm expecting out of you during this moment. If you want to participate in the Philo and the reading and the spirituality and the life lessons, and you find that important, well, by all means, I would love to have you participate. If you think it is nonsense, it is your responsibility to focus on stocks. Anything else will be considered disruptive, and we are not going to stand for it. It's very simple. I could read and I could do things at multiple times at once. So I could watch the stock market, I could read the book, I could have this discussion. If something comes up that is newsworthy or noteful, I will stop and I will get to it. I expect you all to do the same. Very simple here. So if you don't like what I'm saying, you should be only posting stocks and getting good info. If you post fake info, you will also be banned as well too. But it's very simple. You focus on what you want to focus on. We could all benefit. The people who want to listen can listen. The people who want the info can get that. You have the newswire. If something big happens, you need me to verify it, I will be here. So yeah, very, very simple. Get it where you fit in. I hope you enjoy it. And now, today's topic is going to be a good one. I'm going to skip one chapter. We'll come back to it. We're going to be doing C.S. Lewis, Screw Tape Letters, chapter 17. Chapter 16, he talks about churches, and he says a quote. There is one quote from chapter 16 that I wanted to share with you. We're going to go over it eventually, but I'm going to just tell you this one right now. And this one kind of hit me because I was like, damn, I think I need to find the areas where I failed at this, because I feel like I have in some areas, and other areas I've done good. But it's very simple. Are you being a critic where you should be a student? So this is the part that really stuck out to me in a weird way, because he was talking about the strategy of these demons, and what they do is one mindset trick is to put you in an environment where you can learn and get something out of it, but instead of actually leaning into that, if they could slowly shift your view into becoming a critic. So like I'm saying, I failed at this. I think in some areas I've criticized things where I should have been kind of more willing to learn. Whoa, reverse repos are at 96 billion. Previous was 76 billion. That's odd. The reverse repos have surged by 50%. So I thought that, and I was like, wow, that's something that I think I could work on. I think everybody could work on it. And I think it shows you like a lot, because you got to realize this is how you miss out on opportunity. Very simple. Anytime I have missed out on opportunity, when I look back, I have noticed me being a critic. But more so when it comes down to expanding things, building, getting in certain relationships. Again, he's talking about being involved in a church. Very easy to be a critic when you should be a student. So what am I telling you right now? My learning lesson that I got out of that, it's not, oh, don't be a critic, don't do this. It's literally just focus on where you need to become a student. You see what I'm saying? You can focus on the negative all you want, but in my mind, I'm like, you know what? When I come into situations, I want to know how I could become the student. I want to know where I could be learning. How do I become the pupil? And obviously, criticisms are going to come about, and I do think you should think for yourself and you should ask questions. But it is something now where it's like, don't forget, some situations, you're there for purposes. And sometimes you might be there to be a critic. You might be there to be a leader. You might be there to provide certain things. Other times you might be there to learn. So that got me. I was like, ooh, that was a good one. And now today, I think today is going to blow your mind. So if I told you, this is why I like today's Philo. You know why? It relates to greed. If I told you that you were being greedy, what does that like mean? What is greed? I guess when we talk greed, I feel like a lot of people think of something. So what are we talking about with greed? When I say you're greedy, what does that mean? Meme coins. There you go. Right away. Too much of something. I said this 2 weeks ago. I promise I'm not rereading another one for you. I got you guys yesterday, though. That was deep if you think about it. money right away, overindulging. I want more. Possessions. More than you need. Interesting. Obsession, rags to riches, 0 days. The desire to have more, copious amounts. Attitude to be blinded. That's a good one. More than required. So beautiful. I love the answers. You know why? Because you guys said it a lot, right? You would think greed has to do with quantity. And this is another thing I learned. This is a beautiful one. Gluttony and greed has nothing to do with size. So I can't wait to read this for you guys, because I think some of you will learn, like I have, you could be greedy even if you don't want a lot. Doesn't that sound weird? That there is people in this world who are greedy and gluttonous, but they don't want more. As ironic as that sounds, it has nothing to do with size. There is somebody in this world who is greedy and gluttonous, and they don't want more. It's a very wild concept. But that is what he is going to talk about today. And why do you need to pay attention? Because again, screw tape letters. This is the point of view of a demon talking to a demon in training. So do you get it? Remember what I told the demon trick, bro. It's very easy. Get you to ignore the obvious question, or to get you to make an obvious misinterpretation. We all think that greed means more, more, more. Like if I showed you somebody living in a humble abode with, they only have 1 cup, 1 plate, they don't have a car, you would make the mistake of assuming that they weren't greedy just based on what you saw with their material possessions. It's very interesting. Because if you asked me up until this moment, I would have told you, well, yeah, you have to have a lot to be greedy, right? I mean, and I don't know. You tell me. HMR ripping maritime boat company. This could be related to the China stuff. Otherwise, I don't know the headline. That's ripping right now, though. So, get ready, but be mindful of the trick here. So, chapter 17, screw tape letters. My dear Wormwood, the contemptuous way in which you spoke of gluttony as a means of catching souls in your last letter only shows your ignorance. One of the great achievements of the last 100 years has been to deaden human consciousness on that subject, so that by now you will hardly find a sermon preached or a conscience troubled about it in whole length and breadth of all of Europe. This has largely been effected by concentrating all our efforts on gluttony of delicacy, not gluttony of excess. Your patient's mother, as I learned from the dossier, and you might have learned from Glubos, is a good example. She would be astonished, one day I hope will be, to learn that her whole life is enslaved to this kind of sensuality, which is quite concealed from her by the fact that the quantities involved are small. But what do quantities matter, provided we can use a human belly and palate to produce quarrelsomeness, impatientness, uncharitableness, and self-concern? Glubos has this old woman well in hand. She is a positive terror to hostess and servants. She is always turning from what has been offered her to say with a demure little sign and smile, "Oh, please, please. All I want is a cup of tea. Weak, but not too weak. And the teeniest, weeniest bit of a real crispy toast." You see, because what she wants is smaller and less costly than what has been set before her, she never recognizes as gluttony her determination to get what she wants. However troublesome it may be to others, at the very moment of indulging her appetite, she believes that she is practicing temperance. In a crowded restaurant, she gives a little scream at the plate which some overworked waitress has set before her and says, "Oh, that's far too much. Take it away and bring me a quarter of it." If challenged, she would say what she was doing was to avoid waste. In reality, she does it because this particular shade of delicacy to which we have enslaved her is offended by the sight of more food than she happens to want. Woo! What an intro. Do you get the situation at hand? So it's saying gluttony of delicacy. It's saying you could trick somebody their whole life into being greedy as long as you get them to focus on small amounts, but ignore the delicacy of demanding even smaller just to get what you want. So this is what he's saying. He's saying don't. You said don't. When they're training the demon, they said don't get the patient focused on the quantity. Because that's easy. If you start getting a lot of things, you're going to be like, oh, wow, am I being greedy? Think about it. That's why some of you hit me with that fake bullshit when you hit a play. You're like, Josh, am I being greedy if I make money on the downturn? Oh, shut up. You know what you were doing. Oh, Josh, am I being greedy now if I don't sell this 30,000? You know exactly what you're doing. No? Think about it. The whole point is to get you in a greedy mindset, focused on gluttony, only because you're viewing quantity. Quantity's too easy, bro. Do you get that? That's it. Anybody with a lot, it's easy to say greed or gluttony. SEC drops investigation into DeFi firm Uniswap. I think that just showed up there on the wire. Oh, it's not on this one. Yeah. They're dropping investigation into DeFi. Watch if Bitcoin moves up on that. And then FAA probes serious near miss in Chicago. That's the one that the Chad sent me. We'll see, maybe Beto. That's coming out now. That's like an exclusive. I'm surprised it didn't show up on this one. It should have. But, Chatadonia, I hope you get it. So some of you may have a lot of items, and quantity may be your problem of greed. But some of you asking for less, you may still be greedy. If everything has to be twisted to your preference, this is called gluttony of delicacy. At the end of the day, you may want less, but all you want is what you want. Oh, that's what he's talking about. The real value of the quiet, unobtrusive work with Glubos has been doing for years on this old woman can be gauged by the way in which her belly now dominates her whole life. The woman is in what we call the all I want state of mind. All she wants is a cup of tea properly made, or an egg properly boiled, or a slice of bread properly toasted. But she never finds any servant or any friend who can do these simple things properly, because her properly conceals an insatiable demand for the exact and almost impossible palatable pleasure which she imagines she remembers from the past. A past described by her as the days when you could get good servants, but known to us as the day when her senses were more easily pleased, and she had pleasures of other kinds which made her less dependent on those of the table. Meanwhile, the daily disappointment produces daily ill temper. Cooks give notice and friendships are cooled. If ever the enemy introduced her into a mind of faint suspicion that she is too interested in food, Glubos counters it by suggesting to her that she doesn't mind what she eats herself, but does like things nice for her boy. In fact, of course, her greed has been one of the chief sources of his domestic discomfort for many years. Spy coming down. So you're back to VWAP again. Bonds, no dancing around. Couple of small cap movers. You're not really moving on anything. Again, you do have the Fed, the press briefing, but she's not saying anything. I don't have any headlines. Be on watch, though. Again, like I said, just be mindful if we do the little sell-off. That's it. You just don't want to close ugly. Amen, bro. I hope you get that paragraph. The all I want state of mind. That's what he's talking about. But he said something very big. Can I punch somebody in the face right now? And that's where I listen, man. For real. I hope too. I hope none of you do this with me. I hope none of you, that's it. You want Josh to speak without an Elmo voice. You want Josh to give it to you like this, like that. But like, for real, bro. I don't say this to like, you guys got to really realize, bro. This is why I love doing what I do. And this is why some people are so frustrating. Because I'm like, dude, I'm really just trying to throw you a life jacket. I don't get anything out of bringing your attitude down. I promise you, even what I did last month, beginning of the year, I make way more money doing whatever the fuck I want, bro. And not related to YouTube. I don't benefit off of what I'm telling you. I am not trying to be your enemy. So why I'm saying this? Because I want to tell some of y'all right now, you got to watch. Do you not realize what he said? This may apply to some of you. And I need you to stop doing this right now. If you have a gluttony of the delicacy, you got to be careful, because did you not notice what he said? Why do you act like that? Why does he, in this example, why does the mom act like that? It's simple. She described it as the days where you could get a good servant. It was when her senses were more easily pleased and she had pleasures of other kinds that made her less dependent on the table. That's what I wanted to punch some of you in the face with. And I don't want to punch you because I want to hurt you. I hope it jars you up from a slumber and you access life from this moment on. I hope all of you, I don't care if you think you're old or young, do you not realize it? If you fall into this trap, it could be because you are not finding pleasure in the things of today. Does that make sense? That's why do you keep looking to the past and like, oh, things were so good back then? It's because you're not finding opportunity right now. You're not realizing what you have right now. You see what I'm saying? You're not. You back in the day, bro, you actually had pleasure from other things. Other things are getting you excited. That's why you didn't have to play this weird, oh, I just want a little bit, but all I want is like this, the good old days. No. It's not even lack of gratitude. It's just, quite frankly, there's just a lack of pleasure. That's what it is. You have to depend on a certain thing that you could control, and you're now focusing on the appetite rather than all the other things in life. So that's what I'm saying. You got to watch out for it, man. And that's why these things come in tandem. Because none of you are acting like this if the other situation wasn't present. That's why I'm telling you, man. This whole enjoyment thing is so beautiful. And that's why I'm saying, bro, for real, like, even then, I hope that I am bothersome enough that if you don't like me and you're like, I hate this dude, I hope you never interact with me. Not because I don't want to deal with you, but because I don't want you to keep spending time on things you don't enjoy and get pleasure out of. Because that truly is the devil. I know, doesn't that sound wild? But it's true. Because like I'm telling you, if you start living this life, bro, and you start running out of areas to get enjoyment, before you know it, it's going to start getting warped into a weird selfishness or gluttonous, even if you're not asking for a lot. Trust me, you start to enjoy life. You start to get pleasure. And pleasure's not a bad thing, bro. That's why I've been trying to tell some of y'all, bro. Even if you are going to fall to the vice of pleasure, I would rather you get bribed into something worth it than falling for fake pleasure, fake vices to walk away with something you didn't even want. Y'all don't feel me, bro. Yeah, Financial Times, Ukraine agrees to mineral deals after Washington drops tough demands. Like, man, y'all don't... See, bro, can I tell y'all? This is why, bro, I'm not a pastor. You guys need to get it. Pastors were too afraid to tell you this shit. I am a work in progress. I am not a religious leader, though. It's very simple, bro. Dude, I do more fucked up things on and off than all of you combined. And I know my hypocrisy. That's why I love it. But because I don't have to parade around acting like something I'm not. But I could have this conversation with you. And this conversation that I'm trying to tell, some of y'all need to hear this. At bare minimum, even if you're going to do a bunch of dumb shit, I want you at least, they say never negotiate with the devil, and I don't think you should. But I want to make sure, you should be getting something for all of the dumb shit you're doing. Do you understand me right now? That's what I'm kind of pissed off at this topic. Go ahead. You want to dance with the devil? Be my guest. Don't do it for nothing. Do you get it? That was one of the Philos we had the other day. That's why I was saying, you do the vices when you're feeling good. Stop doing them when you feel bad. Like I'm saying, with all of this, bro, I would rather you have pleasure and enjoyment in life. And stop, don't be doing this stuff to end up doing things you don't enjoy, because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be giving in to the demon and the devil, but all you're getting in return is what? Doing something you hated, doing something you didn't enjoy, doing this fake humbleness, fake not greedy to walk away with nothing. What? Bro, I would rather you walk away with $1 million in a big booty hoe if you're going to start dealing with the devil. You know why? Because all sins are the same, buddy. Do you get what I'm talking about now? At the very minimum, those of you who don't vibe with what I'm saying and you're doing all these shrooms and drugs, all I'm trying to tell you, and you're going to do fake this, fake that, you ain't going to be real with people, great. You better do it to get something out of it then. Stop letting the devil and demons trick you into giving up all these things of your life and not getting enjoyment to be in a spot that you can't even take pure pleasure out of it, even if it was wrong. Because y'all don't feel me. I'm psycho. Because guess what? Pleasure is God's playground. That's what y'all don't get. Every time you feel euphoric, every time you bust your nut, every time you get in high, you don't realize you're playing in God's playground. He invented pleasure. Do you see what I'm saying? You were like, Josh, how do you stay motivated? Bro, even on my worst days, I find enjoyment. Are you kidding me? Even look at some of the people I'm around. This is a beautiful thing. Do you not get it? I play with enjoyment. Even my vices, bro. If I slip and fall, I fall into the hell. I'm like, man, God is good, though. You know, I'm like, wow, at least there's a good, like, that's it. Look around, bro. My problem is going to be with pleasure than anything, and I need all of you to realize this. Go ahead. I'm not here to judge you on right and wrong. I do want some of you, I hope you stay out of trouble, for real. I just mean that genuinely. You know what I'm saying? I hope you don't have to deal with some of the stuff that I learned how to deal with. And I'm like, no, I don't like that now. But at the end of the day, stop with this bullshit to not get anything out of it. That's why I said I'm here for me to train you in other ways. That's why I'm saying a pastor is not going to tell you at least go get a hoe above all else. But I need you to understand the principle. I would rather have all of you play in the playground of God than the playground of the devil. And that's the problem I see a lot. That's why people are going to fake morality, fake virtue signaling, all of this fake shit to do stuff they are not even happy with. And then it leads to this whole crazy, and it'll lead you like that for years. Bro, play with enjoyment enough, you're going to see what happens. You start enjoying life enough, you're either going to turn to God or you're going to go full-blown hedonistic. Either way, you're going to have more fun than the person faking something. I promise you. Because that's why they get all angry, because they were faking something that they weren't really actually doing. Imagine being a greedy bastard and never getting anything, but always parading around, give me less. Give me less. Isn't that funny? So again, I hope that punched some of y'all in the face, but only if it's going to wake you up, man. I'm not trying to hurt you. I really want y'all awake. And not some woke shit. I think it's very simple. Harvest is plenty, the workers are few. There's more. Now, your patient is his mother's son. While working your hardest, quite rightly, on other fronts, you must not neglect a little quiet infiltration in respect of gluttony. Being a male, he is not so likely to be caught by the all I want camouflage. Males are best turned into gluttons with the help of their vanity. They ought to be made to think themselves very knowing about food to pique themselves on. Interesting. So ladies, you are more vulnerable to the all I want gluttonous camouflage. Ironically, men, you are vain beings. Think about it. The women, I don't know. It kind of makes sense. Women are nice. You know, a good woman, she's like, no, that's all I want. That's fine. Oh my gosh, is that what my girlfriend does when I ask her where she wants to eat? But men, gluttony has to be appealed with vanity to a degree. But again, and this is, again, I'm going to tell you guys right now, bro. Let's be real. Some of y'all need to fucking wake up to this. You are in the stock market. Make no mistake, everybody in this industry prides themselves on what they fucking know. Even the guys trying to parade around like meme stock, oh, I'm just an ape. No, they love it. Everybody. So understand that. That's why you cannot take too much pleasure in being right or wrong in this game. You'll get destroyed. Because every time something is appealing to your knowledge and how smart you are, just know what territory you're entering. Having found the only restaurant in town where steaks are really proper, what begins as vanity can then be gradually turned into habit. However you approach it, the great thing is to bring him into the state in which the denial of any one's indulgence, it matters not which, the champagne, the tea, the cigarettes, it puts him out, for then his charity, justice, and obedience are all at your mercy. So again, doesn't matter what you're giving up or not, as long as you're giving it up for this weird vain, oh, it's all I want. I just want the right steak. I just want the right champagne. I saw someone said it earlier. I just want the right cigarette. Yeah, you're going up. Starbucks, too. I got hoed. Those went up almost 1,000%. I know. Mere excess in food is much less valuable than delicacy. I'm going to say that one more time. Mere excess in food is much less valuable than delicacy. My brother, a demon would rather have you focused on this gluttonousness of delicacy than excess of anything. Do you understand that? So if you're listening to this and you're like, wow, my only greed is excess, you're actually fine. I think you're easier to turn back than the other one. Your preference, this delicacy that you have, may very well become your prison if you are not aware of it. Its chief use is kind of our artillery preparation for attacks on chastity. On that, as on every other subject, keep your man in a condition of false spirituality. Never let him notice the medical aspect. Keep him wondering what pride or lack of faith has delivered him into your hands when a simple inquiry into what he has been eating or drinking in the last 24 hours would show him where your ammunition comes from, and thus enable him very little by little abstinence to imperil your lines of communication. Again, are you guys getting it? Just keep him false spirituality. I hope some of you get this. This is the thing I don't fuck with. This is why I would rather charge you for Philo, get rid of all of the flippant people and these fake-ass religious people, because, my brother, the problem is fake spirituality. Guess what? Virtue signaling, fake spirituality. Are you guys getting it? Bro, I would rather have you have a real view and address the real problems that'll change your fucking life than walking around with this, oh, I'm fake humble. Oh, I'm humble. Oh, I'm not greedy. Just give me a little. When meanwhile, it's all this fakeness that is just going to wrap you up into wasting another decade. Fuck that. May the Lord forgive my language. But no, I'm not down with that. Neither should you be. And that is the trick of these demons. And that's why I'm saying you cannot rely just on me or anybody. You need to go to the source yourself. But at the end of the day, be mindful, bro. That's the whole point. Just go look, bro. Honestly, are you ready? Did you not get what he just said? It's funny that we were talking about this earlier. GME and Ryan Cohen. So Popper, what did he say? Check news on it. Ignas has something. I hate these options though, bro. Yeah, they already doubled up. What the fuck? Little scammers. Yeah, they are. Literally, they already doubled up. Every single one went up. Munich plans $2 billion buyback. But watch GME, and they're saying Ryan Cohen. Last time we were able to make a flip on it. But those are expensive. So, here's the question. He gave you guys a test for the Philo. In the last 24 hours, what did you eat and why? Why did you eat what you ate? That's what he's saying. Just think about it. Because instead of asking, oh, my lack of faith, oh, why is the God giving me this demon? Oh, I just gambled on my money. Why is this happening? Instead of, that's what the demon wants you to do. He wants you to doubt God and ask these giant philosophical questions rather than looking at your latest decisions and realizing if they were fueled by preference or not. Were you only just going for this taste? Think about it. Come on. I yell at you daily about long term. Don't put more money in the long term don't put more in the short term than long term. And then I will see people gamble all their money away, lose all their money, and then they would be asked and say, why is God doing this to me? Or then they'll blame themselves and blame all of this when, guess what? I guarantee you just preferred the fast route than the slow route. I could almost guarantee you preference led you to that situation. You could get philosophical, you could doubt yourself and ask, but you shouldn't. Because it all goes back down to how these little choices of again, I could tell you all about the long term, how to make money in the stock market with a good return. You're like, I prefer to learn this. Oh, I want to learn it. Like, all I want is to learn that. All I want is this. All I need, I don't need all of that. All I want, I don't even want a big account. I just want to think about it. It's crazy. But again, the whole point is a demon would rather have you ask these crazy philosophical questions than seeing the actual things that led up to that. It's mind-blowing. If he must think of the medical side of chastity, feed him the grand line which we have made the English humans believe, that physical exercise in excess and consequent fatigue are specially favorable to virtue. How they can believe this in the face of notorious lustfulness of sailors and soldiers may well be asked, but we use the schoolmasters to put the story about men who are really interested in chastity as an excuse for games and therefore recommend games as an aid to chastity. But this whole business is too large to deal with at the tail end of a letter. Your affectionate uncle, Screwtape. Chatadonia. I like this Philo a lot. I think it leads to some bigger concepts. But above all else, man, I really hope you guys are really getting this. And like I'm saying, I'd rather you have more. Want more than not. Don't be confused by size. And don't let that absolutely wreck you. And what I mean by that is a false sense of spirituality. I think this one was actually crazy. For real, man. There's a lot. And once again, if I could remind you, ask yourself the easy answer. Ask yourself the easy questions, dude. You know what I'm saying? Just look at what you've done. You don't need to say this is a big God and the world and all of this. What did I do to deserve this? No. Look in the mirror and just see what you are doing and correct it. Don't be afraid to fail. And yeah, man, this is where you got to realize it, man. This world, bro, and I see it in the virtue signaling and all of it. This bullshit, bro. I see it so much. Bro, I killed it a month ago. Made a fuck ton of money. Some of you did it too. We see these opportunities, and guess what? I see people who don't even give a fuck about morality asking about morality. You've had people just make jokes about Philo every day, and then an opportunity for money arises, and then they will be sitting there talking about this more. You're not, come on, it's fake. So many ways. Chat, I don't want any of you walking around with this mindset saying, oh, all I want is this. My brother, you will learn how to be content. I'm content no matter what. You give me a lot, you give me a little, I'm just glad to be here. I really am. Because I have enjoyment. I am just, whether there's a lot or a little, I can work my way. That's fine. There's a difference between being content and feeding a fake humbleness to justify this stuff. If you are being dominated by delicacy, you need to kill that now, because I promise you, you're being greedy, and that will keep you broke. That's the irony. Isn't it funny? Bears make money, bulls make money, pigs get slaughtered. Pigs are greedy. So if you're being greedy and don't realize it, that could be holding you back. It's all delicacy. That's it. That's real hunger. Oh. Do you get it? That's what I've been saying, man. I think by the end of this, you're either going to love me or hate me, but I'm either going to wake up hunger or not. But can I be real with you? I don't want to be around a full motherfucker. I don't. I'm hungry. You're hungry. You should be more hungry than Josh. What are you talking about? But I want real hunger. My hunger isn't based on delicacy. I don't care. Give me it if it looks good. Give me it if it makes me feel, I just want a little bit. I want the best one in town. No, I want opportunity. I want to work. If I have I want to take it. You mean to tell me I work, I get paid, let me do it. I want anything. I don't have a preference. I'm not greedy with my delicacies. Whatever God has for me, he's going to give it to me. Who am I to judge? So, Chad, let's keep it rolling. I hope some of you build on this. If none of the Philos hit till today, then there you go. Use this, man. It's game time. It really, really is. And I even said it earlier, though. You need to all be ready for disappointment. Don't be plagued by future uneasiness. Do not be plagued by whatever the future holds or the past. No, live right now, bro. And if you don't know, don't be, I think the future is going to be good no matter what. I don't have to do anything. No, that's bullshit. You need to prepare for it now. But this is what I'm saying. Be patient, man. Take it all in. Experience it. So, all in all, Chad, be mindful of the gluttony. Be mindful of the greed. But it's time to take it to the next level. Go ahead. Let the world talk about greed and having more. No. This is greed in your heart, dude. Your soul. This is saying, do you have a delicacy or not? Are you truly hunger or would you reject honey? You tell me, man. But take that one to the bank. That is your philosophy, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. You're on mobile. Press hot chat. Exit the chat. Hit the thumbs up button. Second link for the nightly watch list in my channel. First link for the Screamalates Beat Camp and Real Estate. Okay. I want Wolf today. We'll do tacos and Wolf. He's a good back-to-back. All right, let's free the chat. Long time. Check me. Yeah. Dollar for the tacos, $1 for the chicken. Used to think life rough then, but now I'm reminiscing. Dream is feeling distant. Supposed to have her, shoulda had her, but now I have her. So frustrating, so irate. So I'm just saying, why the fuck we so patient? If this was 68, we would've had a riot. Now you speaking for the people and they tell you be quiet. I ain't buying it. Little guy defend the MNC, anoint them at the DNC. Why your social movement always benefit the S&P? The first place to look for enemies. It's not your fucking family, nor your core beliefs. I hope you see the war beneath. Forget about the future, they say only grab what's in your reach. They ain't smiling at you, it's a battle and they showing deep. Taught you how to criticize, so wisdom stay beneath your feet. Man, I'm feeling overlooked. They ain't even hungry, but they telling us that we cook. Hard to read the room if you can't even read a book. Yeah, hard to fake a smile when they sewn our mouths shut. Fuck, we won't even hear this. You won't even feel this. Jealousy, override, empathy, and realness. A corporation steal this, repackage it and reel it. Evil so fearless, they're so shameless. Saying I'm blameless. The generation filming in the moment won't say shit. Why we call it brain dead when it felt like our soul dead? Or maybe we just sold it. Oh shit. Uncle. My turn. I love it. We're back. We have freed the chads as well. 2 hours left though. So we didn't, honestly, Philo's been chill the last 2 days. It's really the morning. Again, crazy 3 days, bro. But we back. Oh, stand up. I don't know. I need to activate the core. Woo! Live in the hills, but I still gotta spread it. I seen dark. I seen light. Hey, that's where you put your lighters up, bro. I said do pull-ups. Yeah, plank, bro. Abs. That's it, man. I feel like a new person. I don't know. We should have talked about it during Philo, but you guys are asking a lot of health questions today, but I'm always Always excited to I want you guys to get motivated on it, man. Because even then, we've had some cool Chad transformations. So not only have you had like, oh, I didn't have money, now I have a house and money. Now they're like, oh, I also am ripped. So that's great. And it's good for your health. I'm telling you, hips, legs, posture, and like core. And like I got decent posture because of the years of all of our workouts, you know. But I'm telling you, bro, core and legs, if you haven't really been working them out and have neglected them your whole life like I have, yeah, you gotta do it, man. That's it. That's what I've been doing lately. I've been what, like 6 months now, 4 months maybe. I don't even know anymore of legs. I do legs every week now. I used to never do legs. We have the diet, and then now I'm gonna start doing core every single day, and then I flex my core. That's it. You're shredded, good. You don't have to be shredded. Just be healthy. I don't give a fuck about how it even looks. To be honest with you, it's all that matters is that you are healthy. That's all it really comes down to. That's what I'm saying. Like, I need healthier posture. Wait, why is IRM up $2? Yeah, this shit was just at 90. Well, that's coming up. Don't skip leg day is the first rule of the gym. I know, I did though. I did for decades. That's it. After like high school basketball, I never did leg day ever again. You had a tilted hip for 10 years. Yeah, a lot of people do. If you sit down a lot, that's why. In an odd way, everything I am saying right now, you guys are the target audience. I hope you know that. They're like, what do you mean? You sit down all day. All day. And you probably are proficient with your phone. So that's all day. Just sitting and looking and staring and neck and head and back. So yeah. Technically, you would benefit the most off of this. You know why IRM sold off, right? Elon just had to bring up the government using this paper processing system. Judge blocks Trump's indefinite suspension of U.S. refugee resettlement program. HVAC and plumbing all day. Well, some of you are working, yeah, but not everybody. I know, and then some of you are like, Josh, I work for the government. I listen to you for 7 hours a day, and I work 30 minutes. I'm just kidding, man. I know the work from home is a touchy subject. But, yeah, still a lot of people at home. Easy to sit, even if you're not at home. You feel attacked? I know. I wasn't trying to attack you, but I realized this last time I made the joke. I was like, oh, shit. This is like playing Among Us. I'm like, oh my gosh. That's why, even when I went over the Washington, D.C. data, yeah, I think a lot of you probably got fired because every time I go over it and then I'm like, oh, wait till the slow. You're like, you don't feel bad? They're losing job. I lost my job. I'm like, okay, I am. I do feel bad. It's not a good thing, but I think that's like they're just high. It's Among Us, bro. So, like, I'm sure, like, not everybody deserves to be fired from the government, and I'm sure people are doing good, but you just have lazy pieces of shit hiding amongst, and they're trying to hide within the crowd. Does that make sense? So, unfortunately, you did just have a lot of that. So, and we're going to find those shifts and how that changes. No, think about it. I mean, it's the same thing. It's just like the Chad. Like, even when I talk shit, like, you think a majority of you are bad? That's false. It's just literally you just have the worst shit of human beings who hide amongst the majority or within a certain group, and then that's it. So, but I think that's a good way to explain the government jobs. I don't think everybody needs to get fired, but you just have a lot. There's a decent amount of people just really taking advantage, and it's just, again, I mean, you don't have to go into the office. I could only imagine how many people got paid and probably haven't done anything in or very minimal work, getting paid like 6 figures. That's a crazy, and you should be, I wouldn't say mad about it, but it's like anybody would do that, or that would be nice if it wasn't very wrong. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like, get rid of that. And I'm sure, I hope, the people who have served, and like, I think we should reward the people who have actually served and treated public service as a service. I like that, but I don't think a lot of people did that, and there was some people who like grossly took advantage of it. Gamer doing push-ups. Go back. Oh yeah, you have DVR on, so you could go back and listen to the Philo, but make sure you don't get lost in space and time. Texas Road, they've been killing it. Some fried pickles, some bread. There's no news. I mean, all day today, there was a couple of headlines, but realistically, I think bonds and the growth fears kind of took over. Same generic China tariff stuff. No developments. You heard from Fed speakers. They didn't pivot. They didn't say much. You heard from even some trade advisors. They didn't say much either. The UK, they said they want to raise defense spending. And then that's it. Then just really bonds in this like little growth shift. And then people got a little more worried in the day. I mean, we are down one. We didn't start like that, but the last 3 days, this kind of growth freak out is how I could easily describe what we've gone through. And it's funny. It's funny, confusing, and I'm sure it should make you be like, what the hell? Because again, we did go from freaking out about tariff inflation to now tariff means that growth slows down. So very interesting. And then, yeah, NVIDIA too. That's going to be, I think it's going to kill premium, but it all depends on the type of report. Just don't forget, if it's big enough for the whole world, then like that could change sentiment. If it's more company oriented, if it's very good, very bad, that could change a lot of things there too. Kind of coming down again. Watch that relationship with bonds too. Your brother had work from home job, or wife, and then she wanted to quit, so she just stopped working and no one noticed for 8 months. Yeah. It's wild. We'll see, though. Everything is, and like I was even saying with like the market, patience, because even then, it's still been 30 days. We've heard a lot of stuff, even the job movements and whatever changes we see in like the government or whatnot. Just like all this stuff still takes time. So I don't know. Maybe we do overestimate the speed and then no, look at the bonds there. I was just telling you, if this thing moves up, you are going a little lower. But last time you had a little VWAP test. The bonds weren't that high. So let's see. And then again, you've held up 1.5. Highest TLT has been in a year. Peace in Europe, good for Stellantis. Maybe Stellantis has been a terrible auto company. And I don't know why they just dropped, but in general, I mean, autos are weird, but they're going to be in the center of all the tariffs. But yeah, Stellantis has been terrible. But then again, I don't really like any auto companies. I like Ford a little bit. We've talked about that. I think I still have old shares. We talked about the long term, but I don't really. They all fucked up with EV. And then again, I like Tesla, but Tesla's just too expensive. Tesla will always be too expensive. Apple, kind of the value, but don't forget 6 months ago, Apple outperformed heavy, and it came back up, and then this year underperformed, and then I think a lot of people are forgetting they benefited off of DeepSeek. Remember, Apple's AI has been shit. DeepSeek happened, and then all the other guys came down, but Apple kind of did good because they were able to integrate DeepSeek to China, and then DeepSeek kind of meant that they have more time to catch up. So they became like a winner off of that. And then again, the earnings wasn't bad. It was decent. But I don't know if it's like the value, the safe haven. They got a lot. CTLP? Whoa, CTLP. That's going to get halted. That's going to be a buyout. Yo, CTLP. CTLP. Oh, did it? Oh, my gosh. Did I get one? Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, fuck yeah. Is it halted? Yo, I got one. No fucking way. Nice. Dude, I got one at 20 cents. I have no idea. Starmer, French president, agreed Trump's leadership in working towards durable peace was welcome. Downing Street statement. So, yeah, that's halted. I don't know how I just pulled that off. Ukraine said to have reached agreement on minerals. Again, we had that Financial Times article earlier. No way. Nice. So I snaked one. I have no idea what it was, but I just saw literally the movement, and then it was up 10% in a candle. And then SPY coming down. What the fuck is this? Cantaloupe? I like cantaloupe. It's dope. Ukraine cabinet is expected to recommend signing a resources deal. So watch the defense one. Somebody was just talking about that, but yeah, we heard about that earlier. But yeah, I think you're getting more positive movement on that peace deal. What I was telling you yesterday. I think as long as you give them the, what's it called? If they get like a security deal, they're chill with it. Let me see. I want to see what's going on with cantaloupe. But SPY's starting to dump. Take notice. Bonds are not going up. They led the way earlier, but be on the lookout, man. This isn't good. This is literally exactly what I told you yesterday. Again, we chilled throughout half of the day. You were down more of the day today. But then once we start breaking, bro, there's 2 hours left. This is a shitty close. That's not going to be good. And then MSTR on the low. Tesla flushing. Yeah, I don't see anything on damn cantaloupe. All I see is halted for volatility. You see M&A headlines? I don't see that. Yeah, Tesla's really dumping. That's in the top right again. The market came down. Bonds are trying to follow. Howard Hughes again, if you into that. And then again, low ticker, very active. NASDAQ back down to like 1.5. Dow is still green. At other points, the Dow was red when we were at this level. So take that how you please. Yeah, Cantaloupe reportedly working with bankers at JP Morgan to include options or explore options. Carbo took an Apple put. Bro, didn't you hit on the Thames? Those must have been good, baby. Thank you, my friend, and good call-outs lately too, bro. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it small. Hit a long term. Amen. PayPal. Tesla. Yeah, Tem, that was a good one. They went down. Micron on the low. I can't even believe Apple's green still. MSTR was just dumping there. Again, Bitcoin had its little bounce, but that didn't last. And then oil's hideous, but good. All good. There's your candle. Yeah, you still have 2 hours. You have an hour 45. Bonds chilling out. And then Cantaloupe, no buyout, no other info on it. Oh, I got more. Yeah, working with advisors to review options, including sale. So that's confirmed now. Are we in buy territory? That's a individualized question. So some names are, some aren't. And that's kind of the problem. You have a very wide divergence, or breadth is pretty bad. Again, we've seen, that's why I'm not like freaking out yet. The possibility is there. But like I'm saying, it's still, we could go either way, and people are still buying as we are selling off. I think a great example, although the yen is kind of getting in the way of it, great example is the dollar. Remember, we started off the year, bro. Last dumps, the dollar was ripping, and people would freak out when the dollar was strong. Remember? Meanwhile, you start getting this fat 3 days in a row sell-off. The dollar goes down. So, oh, there it is. It's open now. Unhalted on Cantaloupe. No price. Honestly, it's down from where it got halted. My plays are up 300%, so not bad. But, yeah, I got a good one. But, yeah, I don't think there's any more data on that. Home Depot flushing? I thought it was Gurn. China did good today, too. Yeah, no, Home Depot's up, but it did flush from that little top. Rye am on the high. Yeah, bro, somebody in the chat, he said he sent me the video, and then the FAA reported it a couple hours later. GME, yeah, there was something about Ryan Cohen and GME. It had to pop. The options front ran it, and then they came back down, so dead. You tagged me in the near miss. Bro, these plays. Oh, wait, what is this? A humanoid robot suddenly stopped, advanced towards a 10D, and struck people? Oh, now we're fucking talking. So here, before the spy dumps, you look at this. Fucking RoboCop attacking. That's crazy, bro. Nice. Little robo assault, dude. Well, that's it. Once, like, once the robots, though, like, become, like, more active, I'm just gonna walk around with magnets and shit. You guys know that? I'm gonna fuck them up. That's going to be like, I'm going to have a magnet gun. That's going to be my gat against these fucking RoboCops. Because y'all stick a magnet in his eye. What are you going to do? It's a fucking computer. Yeah. You're welcome. Like the video. Self-defense tips against AI. All right. Watch, again, SPY a little lower. Bond's even lower, but see how that plays out. Cantaloupe. My plays actually came back down. 20 cents now. So never mind that one. That looked good for a little bit. Sonos on the high. And then MSTR flushing. Let's see where everything's at. You still got a decent amount of time left, though. And then you guys want to see the near miss? So here's the near miss at Chicago. What am I missing? Oh, that little guy? Oh, shit! Oh, yeah, he would have totally fucked him up. That's crazy. Why didn't he just stop? Not the plane, the little guy. I didn't see it. Did you see it? Look, that jet right there. So if he kept landing, he would have clapped him, and then he said, up, 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 up. And then yeah. And then boom. Yeah. Dude, Tesla's it down 10%. Yeah, 9.8. Again, Tesla had bad European registration numbers. That's why it was there. Southwest. Dude, it sucks, man. I don't want to. I went on a plane, bro. I'm telling you. I've been trying to avoid planes as much as possible. This was before Donald Trump, so make no mistake. And then, like, the day that I go on a plane, there's literally a crash in some part of the world. So, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a statistic that shows accidents last February are the lowest we've ever had. No way. That is it really? Send me that. I want to see that. Okay. Still coming back down. Bond dynamics still remaining. Apple up. It's let me check the breakdown, but I think it's still generally the same composition as yesterday. Like even down to the industries, consumer, again, staples are leading. Dow Jones 17 green, 13 in the red. NASDAQ 31 in the green, 69 in the red. And then S&P 500 268 green, 233 in the red. So it got a little worse. And it's negative now. I mean, it was just green. Dow is still holding up green, though. Send me. I want to see that data. Tag me on Twitter. Or email me it. You tag me on the chart. Let's see. So, a chart from the NTSB summarizing plane crashes and accidents by calendar year. Pretty low numbers under Trump. Wait, what? Is this real? Where's the actual source? I'll retweet this. So 63 in January. I mean, that was lower than last year. Literally every year of Biden. And then even in February, it's lower than every year of Biden. Even lower than the Trump years. Huh? I don't know. Go to the NTSB. See if you could pull up the original source. Not just the picture. But yeah, my Twitter is Real Cult News. And if that's true, that's actually crazy. The same day as yesterday? Kind of. I mean, when did we bounce? 10:59. No, yeah, I was going to say, today we were kind of in the gutter longer. It felt like that. But generally, it's similar. We started the bounce a little later. It wasn't as smooth. But we'll see where we go. And then again, bonds holding. It's closing the gap. I think this time oil's down. Actually got oil wrecked. Ukraine cabinet is expected to recommend a deal signing. Again, that news keeps hitting. Yeah, oil, but still fell below 70 today and got murked. Yesterday went green. Today didn't bounce. I mean, the Dow flirted with it. Everything else, no. It's crazy. The NASDAQ went 1% down quick. The property? No. Did you email them? I don't. I remember when you said that last time. I didn't see an email from you. So email property tradingfraternity@gmail.com. And again, if you want me to pay for your membership, go find somebody who wants to sell a house. I would love to pay you more than a membership. Amen. The news on the Ukraine deal is that Ukraine said they reached an agreement, and then UK and the French have agreed to Trump's leadership on it. And they said a durable peace deal is welcome. And then I think even this morning they said that Trump said that Putin was down to have soldiers. Remember we were talking about that yesterday? So if that works, I think it'll be legit. And now they're saying they're going to sign, or they did sign the minerals deal. So that is all good news as well, too. We should be ripping. I mean, you will eventually. You just got to work out a couple of things. But it's all said and done. We are still within the range. Pfizer gave it all back. I saw it on low. Boyle, UNG moving up. Yeah, again, it was going up on weird sentiments, bro. I don't even know how to describe it. The Laker versus Dallas. Yeah, I want to go to one of them. I want to see Luka play, but then Luka he's just not confident, man. I think Luka needs a Philo, or he needs a water bottle of the magic stuff. All right, Spies slowly going down. Illumina, that's a random one. Again, kind of one of the biotech value ones. Luka turned up. I mean, I didn't see that one. I saw the first 3 games, dude. Luka has been playing terrible. He's dropping 10 points. They're 16, a couple rebounds. I don't know, man. Yeah, you guys think he dropped 30? I know. Wouldn't he drop 80? It's Luka, man. I was so excited. He'll do good, though. He'll do good. You were 10 minutes behind. Wow. Yeah, make sure you guys refresh. 16-point games are bad. Yeah, I mean, if you're me on 2K, that's great. But for Luka Doncic, I expect a lot more. Okay, we have high hopes, high expectations. You got 100 on him getting 50 points. Just get a long term, man. Just get a long term. Okay. Welcome back, baby. Welcome. Welcome. You could go back if you like the Philo. It's fun to hang out. It is. But if you don't get a long term, I will shame you for just hanging out. You must get a long term. Otherwise, I don't. We need a long term. We need it. Long term. Luka does look sad. He needs confidence. He needs a lot, man. But I don't. Again, as somebody said it the other day, and it made a lot of sense. Every other player in the world wanted to play for the Lakers. So, most people, when you go to the Los Angeles Lakers, you, have a midlife crisis, and you're like, I want to go to L.A. You know what I'm saying? And, every player wants to go to L.A. They like the culture. They want to play for that team. This is the only dude who, didn't want to go to L.A., if you really think about it. Ukraine's cabinet expected to recommend U.S. critical minerals deal to be signed on Wednesday. So there you go. That's going to be your headline for tomorrow. So technically that Ukraine thing will be, they're saying, tomorrow for the signage. You sent 2 emails for Stream Alert. Email right now. I'll take a look. Otherwise, you should get it resolved after 1 email. So, unless you've been banned from Stream Alerts and have been told that. So, email me now. But yeah, bro. Luka wasn't about it. Luka was not about it. And then I didn't see your email for the houses, Colt. I don't know why. End of the war mean no more exporting inflation? Yeah, I'm sure it'll probably lead to more trade, though. So if we get our materials and then now we're going to actually, if we start charging everybody and then start getting more control there with Europe and then again the natural gas. So maybe could bring down inflation, but thankfully now when we talk about all of this, just remember last 48 hours, we are all of a sudden concerned about growth. So you could be worried about importing, exporting inflation, but think about it. If the consumer slows down and all of this stuff chills out, I mean, I don't think that inflation will actually end up being our problem. Well, yeah, I mean, technically, that's kind of what people are, this whole, I mean, not deflation, but that would be if things got really bad, but essentially, as we said on the watch list, stagflation is being talked about. So literally, you have straight up had, you're worried about inflation and growth falling off at the same time, all because of a tariff. Egypt rejects proposals for regarding managing of Gaza in the future. Yeah. All right, who's this? It's 11:30. Bounced up a little bit. Bonds are lower. Maybe this will be the guide. Watch out for it, but I'm going to play this for you real quick. Give me a second. Follow me on Instagram at The Trading Fraternity. Real Coat News on Twitter. Mark Cuban Mavericks. All I know is Mark Cuban is now
to get wealthy. How do you see it?
So I think there's really two angles here. The first is the efficiency side. I think if you were to give, 100 Americans truth serum, I think 90 plus of them would say, look, the United States government needs to be more efficient. And, by cutting some of the workforce, perhaps you do make that efficiency gains. But the question is, the second part is, are you cutting the wrong people? Or are you cutting people that have valuable expertise? For example, when Elon Musk says we're going to go after probationary employees, that wasn't just employees who just started their job. That was also people who were recently promoted, because then they become probationary. And so it's going to be very much a very difficult position if we get to a situation where the government needs to rehire a lot of folks. A lot of expertise will be gone and probably won't come back.
Yeah, I've heard college recruiting in some cases, just anecdotally, again, that's not happening on campuses, for government jobs. Last question, the DOGE tour of the U.S. government, that's going to continue. Other agencies that are going to be targeted?
Yeah, I think all of them will at a certain point. I mean, Department of Defense, Veteran Affairs. The key thing about DOD, though, and Veteran Affairs is that they are the two largest civilian employers of the federal workforce. And as a reminder, 80% of the federal workforce is not in the districts. So as they go through those two agencies, I'm going to be really interested to see, are there potential cuts to Florida or Texas or California that could change the political calculus of where DOGE is going?
All right, as we said, same time, same place tomorrow, Nathan Dean. Nathan, thank you so much. Senior Policy Analyst at Bloomberg Intelligence in our D.C. Bureau. All right, we're going to continue with news out of D.C.
Yeah, this about the war between Russia and Ukraine. Ukraine has agreed with the U.S. on a deal to jointly develop its critical minerals, oil and gas, people familiar with the matter said, and what the White House sees as a first step toward reaching a ceasefire with Russia. We got with us Daniel Flatley, Bloomberg News national security reporter. Daniel, is this indeed the beginning of the end of the war between Russia and Ukraine?
Well, I think that there's still a long way to go before we could say that, but definitely this is a big step forward, and I think both sides are looking at this as kind of like a term sheet or the start of negotiations for how they're going to basically keep the U.S. and the Ukraine on the same side together as they sort of try to negotiate an end to this war. So this is a big step, but we're still very far, I think, from the end of this conflict.
Well, help us understand. When the White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said it at the briefing today, and she said that the president does expect President Zelensky of Ukraine to sign mineral deals. I don't know, you guys are on this day to day. When something happens in the White House press room, does it usually mean it's a significant sign of something to come, especially on something on this level, and especially after a meeting yesterday between President Macron of France and, of course, President Trump?
Yeah, I mean, I think anytime, anytime you hear somebody at the podium at the White House press briefing room talking about something, it's obviously a high priority. The exact status of an agreement of this nature, is not always going to be sort of known throughout the government, although obviously it's very high
I think
priority,
people
so
are picking up on it a little bit.
Be thinking about that.
I'm gonna keep playing, but think about it. Tomorrow you're gonna get this signing. It's gonna be the first step towards it, but I think it might start to hit as a positive tailwind. So don't get too jumpy. We still have all the market pressure, but again, you have bonds lower, oil is lower, and now this peace talk and then the rotation. So watch out for that. Again, we still have an hour and 20 minutes. There's still a lot of time in the day, but we are moving up now. And again, don't get too jumpy, but I do think
Trump's,
that is a positive
Truth
tailwind.
Post last week calling Zelensky a dictator and
now you're
an
moving up a little bit more.
Official. So, it hasn't been an easy road, but the fact that we're here now signals that, at least we're making some progress, or the U.S. and Ukraine are making some progress. But again, as I said before, it's still a lot to come on where this actually goes from here.
Yeah, and again, as you mentioned, the deal is certainly in its early stages. We don't know too much about it, but what can you tell us about the actual metals or the commodities that could go to the U.S. as a result of this?
Yeah, it's a great question because this has changed a bit. There was this idea that the U.S. is going to get $500 billion worth of, or rights, I should say, to $500 billion worth of rare minerals, rare earths, critical minerals, whatever you want to call them, that are in Ukraine, and that this was going to be in some way in exchange for all the support that the U.S. has given.
You're going to buy a Lambo or
the
beg
Ukrainian
for change
as they fought off
so
this
good
invasion
luck
from Russia.
But I don't like that
figure
for our
has been
culture.
subject to change.
Take that to
we're
Wall
now
Street bets,
talking,
brother.
A much
Not here.
lower figure.
Get a fucking long
it's
term.
still kind of
Guarantee
unknown
your future.
exactly what it is, but maybe on the order of $90
all you gotta
billion dollars. And
Amen.
of course, one thing to point out is that Ukraine doesn't have rare earths, quote unquote, but it does have titanium, gallium, other important minerals that the U.S. is interested in securing a supply of. Actually, Treasury Secretary Bessent was talking about this earlier today, about how he wants to the U.S. is trying to find these minerals everywhere in the world.
Josiah, you signed up for the long-term alerts. We haven't sent one out in like a month or two. So that's why you haven't received them. But that's not the stream alerts.
Outside of China. So
that's why I'm like, no way.
This is kind of part of a whole,
many.
package of things that the Treasury Secretary and others are looking at. But as far as Ukraine goes, this is really about keeping U.S. support and the interest of President Trump in ending this conflict and keeping Ukraine at the table.
All right, going to leave it there. Great update on what's going on. Daniel, thank you so much. Daniel Flatley, Bloomberg News national security reporter out there in our Washington, D.C. bureau.
Should we even be calling them rare earths?
Yeah,
That's
not all of them are rare.
No, they're not all rare.
Or as valuable.
Hey, let's stay global. The question, what global market has the best macro fundamentals? We've been hammering it.
Okay. Well, I have to look up all those properties, but if it's a 550 for 3 properties, it might be decent. I'd have to look it up a little bit. You have to give me some time, or send me the Zillow links, because now, yeah, that'd be easier. Don't just send me the address if I'm not buying it either. But yeah, it seems, usually if you could get a portfolio sale, those could be very, very good. I think I responded to another Colton. Why? There's so many Coltons. I didn't think that was a popular name. There was another Colton. I was like, man, I keep seeing all these different houses, but yeah, that one, Texas, I don't remember that, but usually, again, it could be a good deal. Send the links over, but that just comp them out and see. If it's off market, as long as you're getting it below there, I think it could be probably the most straightforward out of all of them. I'll just look up one of them to get an idea. Unless they're all like 100K a pop, then he's scamming you. Oh, yeah, it might not be worth 500 for all of them. Yeah, and then I have to log in because it's Texas. Yeah, or I think 2 of them are worth 300. I'm just looking at quick estimates. So yeah, you might need it a little cheaper, but I'm not going off of full info. You might need it. You need either log in to Zillow or the MLS in Texas. U.S. judge extends block on Trump admin imposing sweeping pause on federal funding. How many times have we heard that? UPS pop, even the SPY. Again, I think you're getting some positive tailwinds from the war headlines, like low key. And then bonds are still up, markets going up. SG pop, sweet greens. Yeah, they're working their way up. Where are they on the daily? I like them, actually. Remember I was talking about them when I was like, I'd love this company now. They were a lot cheaper, though. If that ever comes back down to like $7, I'll buy it. I went there the other day. I like sweet greens. They have earnings tomorrow. That'll be make it or break it. Nike going up. You like ONO. Is that the shoe one? Yeah, right? Bro, I'm telling you, that ON on shoes are scary. It's been the last time I've seen like a company have like the hype and culture around it. It just reminds me of like Nike in the 2000s. It's terrible. It's in a good way. But but no, it's like a real cult, dude. And like they are good shoes, but like I'm telling you, they have the product, the quality, and then I just didn't realize like these like running clubs and everything else they're doing, bro. It has like there's a wave behind it. Hoka's big too, yeah. They've been up there, but like I see why there's hype on ON. Like on, I get it now. Like at first I was like, you guys are weird. I thought my girlfriend just liked it because of Swiss, but nah, it's like a wave. Again, I was very impressive. Yeah, NVS, there's a block sale. They were up 3-4%, and then they announced that they're trying to sell like 26 million shares or something. But that's in the top right. Again, SPY coming down after that. Watch what the bonds do. They kind of lagged an inverse there, so maybe market comes down, bonds go up this time. Otherwise, we'll see. Nike is no longer cool. Some Nikes are still cool. They still got the juice, but it's not like it used. Like again, ON on shoes feels like Nike in the 2000s. I can't explain it. You just got to go into one of these on stores in like the middle of a city, and you'll see it, and you'll know what I'm talking about. I was shocked. It was white people, the families, everybody was walking in. It had all the sports stuff. It's like in a weird way, they're even like, yeah, they have physical stores, bro, and they're popping. And then they have like running clubs, and then they have clothes. There's even apparel now that they're getting into. And then I'm like, oh man, they even like low key like swagger jack some of Nike, like some of the turf green colors and shit like that. The Cloud Swifts, yeah. My girlfriend has on shoes. She loves them. She swears by them. But she's Swiss. She's biased. You never heard of them since yesterday? Oh, it's like a new popular running shoe. Them and Hoka's. Marvel on the low. Again, remember the other day, the first time I broke 100, down 10% now. That's dropping. SPY came down a little. Watch chips. You still have one more day to prepare for NVIDIA. But if you think it's going to make a gap up or down, then you should start to finalize. I don't think On has any athletes signed to them. On shoes sponsorships are athletes. I don't know who the fuck On sponsors. Helen Obiri, I think a runner. Dominic Lokiomo. It's all runners, bro. I'm like looking for Migos or something, but it's literally just all runners. That's it. Zendaya. Oh, I didn't know Zendaya was a on influencer. Yeah, other than that though, I don't think you're like I don't think they have like celebrity endorsements. But either way, it's a fucking good shoe. Pfizer off the lows. I mean, Pfizer, again, people were kind of, it's been running off that wave of like the Myrna and all that, and then it dropped out of nowhere. ARLP for a long term. That's not coal, is it? But no, I think it's too late for coal if you didn't buy it prior. And I don't like energy. I like energy, but not for my long term. Speaking of long term, let's see what we got. From the long term. McKesson, that's another one. They were more active yesterday. Bro, long term, not even doing bad today. You're barely down 0.09%. Yeah, not bad. I'll take it. Yeah, no, we're down $200. It was down a little bit more earlier, but again, this week, you know, we were literally, as the market was hitting all-time highs, we were hitting all-time highs, and then last 2 days, we went down. Again, Baba, we lost gains from Baba. Without Baba, it wouldn't have been that bad, but then Baba helped lift us up. So, not too bad. Where's the small one? Let's see where he's at. Yeah, barely down. $30? Come on. I do still like Estee Lauder. I don't know if, again, if I want it per se right now. We've seen it lower, and then it's popped up, and then I grabbed other things, but it's there. I mean, again, we liked it at the low 60s. Their stories changed a little bit, and you could even look into, like, Ulta or even e.l.f., but I do like Estee Lauder a lot. I haven't bought it yet, and I have money. I have a deposit. I'm going to get another one, but I'm not. I've been looking at UPS, a few others. Hershey's would have been great. That already moved up like $30 off the low. But other than that, we'll wait. But if you have a lot of cash, that's not a bad option. Amazon ripping. Let's see, William Walker. It's not really William Walker, but, you know, it's back up from the lows. It was down 4% at one point. So we'll take it. Any tech? No, but I would like tech. See, that's why it's like we bought a lot of value. We bought a lot of growth or like dividends, and that's why we got to kind of benefit here. So, again, I bought NVO. That was my growth stock, really. I would love it if NVO just got pummeled, and then we could put all of our money there. But other than that, I'm waiting for the good tech play or the good growth name at a good price. Till then, I will wait and stack because I need cash. And then, even then, if we keep getting value outperformance, we have good names in our portfolio. If we build up cash, dude, or you're going to see, just like today, we could make our portfolio, we could make it very, very bulletproof. If you really think about it, because now if we start stacking up cash, you won't go down in value. We'll be ready to go, and then if value keeps holding, then Habibi, overpriced contracts. I would go through a lot of the old videos that we have, a lot of tutorials made over the years that explain it, because this has been a top question. But quite simply, look at the relative pricing, and then it really does come down to, you know, how much does it cost to get in the money? And that is your goal, is to end in the money or you lose. Fees, you don't have to. I mean, I don't think the fees are should worry you on like a foreign stock. So like, I mean, to put it into context, I don't know what the fees are. But all I know is BABA went up 100%, but I don't think the fees were anything near that. Let's check. Because, dude, you know we got a dividend on BABA? Win, poppin'. Hold on. Speaking of our Chinese friends. Reinvestment. Can I see more filters? Fees. Apply filter. Year to date. No fees year to date. Wow. It's not showing up. Come on. Fitch revises Occidental outlook to positive. Affirms rating at BBB minus. Volume low. Look at bonds starting to move. SPY hasn't. So again, see if that actually continues. How come it doesn't show, man? Bye, Baba. Yeah. So, for what? Yeah, it's not. It's very, very minimal. So this is BABA. In the last year, we've paid about $3 in like 20 cents in fees. And then we've gotten back over 100 something in dividends. So yeah, the fees are very, very small. We'll check the other ones too. Yeah, so don't let that shouldn't influence it. What you should be worried about, I haven't even been charged a fee on Baidu. So we've held Baidu at the end of the year. There's been no fees. And then I don't even think NVO has a fee. Yeah, no fee on NVO. But I would be more mindful of your exposure relative to the portfolio. So that's it. When I bought those, I made sure that I didn't want to go more than 10% foreign assets. So as long as you're not, that's what I would be more concerned with. And it would have been nice after seeing it go up, but even then, you just don't want too much. About Chinese ADR, no, I'm good. I will only BABA and Baidu. So essentially, I like China, and I mean, we liked it at the right time. I've been talking about it prior to all of this. But the key to China with all of the risk, because even with it now, there's a lot of risk. But it is like I would not dabble with Chinese names that aren't like huge and major and have real staying power. $87.90, baby. Bitcoin did come up out of nowhere. Yeah, I already got the Occidental shit. Not bad, man. In Hodad's in Massachusetts. Did you move there, San Diego? I think we do have somebody in Massachusetts. Boston. If not, I know a guy. I know Mr. Patrick. Are we on the air? Like, what do you mean? Like, are we live? Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Please take one look. No, I'm not going to look at ADR. You're not even listening to me. I just gave you the answer. But thank you. All right, man. SPY hasn't moved there. We'll see. Give you some Mike McKee.
Did stock prices to increase over the year ahead?
Power hour
That's
in 2
the
minutes.
smallest share since a year ago, April. So Americans are starting to signal some concern. And the reason you look at that is because recessions are a confidence issue. You lose confidence in your ability to make more money or keep your job or whatever, you stop spending money, and then companies stop hiring and stop producing stuff, and it snowballs from there. So we're not at a point where we have to say a recession's imminent, but it's something to keep an eye on.
All right, a little somber mode. Note is something. We should remind everybody, right? We get a big, important inflation print, just 10 seconds.
Friday, yes,
on Friday.
the PCE number.
All right, we're going to leave it on
believe
that. Michael McKee, thank you so much. Thanks for hanging around. Michael McKee, International Economics and Policy Correspondent here at Bloomberg News.
I love it, bro, but like, this is what happens. You don't know, like, it ends up coming true, and then you're like, why didn't you just say it earlier? Even that's it. Like, what? So literally, after another full day, it's boiling down now. People are talking about a recession because of the data. And now we're talking about tariffs slowing down the economy and lowered confidence because the whole tariff thing didn't work. So, yeah, I think more people would actually get scared by that. It does look like yesterday, but take note, it's 3 o'clock. I think by yesterday we were getting pummeled, or we started to, right? Yeah, you were already like a little bit lower. You're actually at the high end right now. So it was looking like yesterday a lot, but honestly, bonds are really up aggressively again. You have oil down way more, gold fucking dumped too, but at the end of the day, just that volatility watch is there. You now have people talking about, you're watching the narrative shift in real time. So I hope you were prepared. We talked about this, but I was just telling you weeks ago, I'm like, why is everybody fucking crying about inflation on tariffs? It makes no sense. And now Wall Street and the media have agreed. So this now makes sense, but I've always told you hard landing, but I'm waiting for the broader shift. That is the answer. All you need is inflation to go up or down, growth to really fall off or go up, or you need the Fed to shift policy. That's it. That's all that's good. Otherwise, you're just going to fuck around and God knows what happens, get a long term. But that is the answer to where, like, if you are waiting for the next, knockdown or propeller up, I do believe that that's going to be the move there. Rumble, I talked about it at $6 right after the election. So now that it comes back, I would entertain it for a swing trade at that price. I think they may get involved with like the White House, depending on like what YouTube does. Because if YouTube fucks up in the next 4 years, I'm sure the White House is going to pivot to Rumble, and they'll have no problem doing that. But I also believe Rumble still uses this stock to raise money. So I don't really want to be a holder of that. So I might be down for a swing trade and flip it, but I don't know if I would add it to the long term because I don't use it. I don't go on Rumble. Now hopefully YouTube doesn't ban me, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to until I like start using it. It's not really something, and I would like to see them succeed. I'm not rooting against them, but I'm also not going to fund their journey, if that makes any sense. So in the meantime, I'm still waiting for my diamond. And then SPY chilling right now, man. Bonds are trying to break out, ironically enough. You don't mean to be rude, but you picked up a Tesla call this Friday. That's fine. $100. Well, can I ask you a question? How much is your monthly deposit to the long term? So if you bought $100 for 4 days, I guess. What are we looking like? Celsius? I would consider it. I mean, I should have bought it before earnings, but yeah, I could consider it. But again, it's going to have to compete with the other good quality names that I use. Japanese ministries plan to subsidize investment in cable laying ships. I already have PayPal, so I don't think I would buy XYZ. We already said you could do both, but I mean, I'm up on PayPal still. We'll let him ride out, but like I said, it has to compete, and I'm in no rush. Like we said, you could go buy these like middle ground growth names, or we stack up and just wait till we get a banger at a good price and call it. Again, I hope NVO gets lower, but even then, something along those lines. That's why I'm like, you don't have to like force it to get growth if you don't need it. Live Nation, oh, didn't they have earnings or something? Mm-hmm. Monthly long term is greater than 10% of income, but I might be too cash heavy. Well, listen, this could be a learning lesson for all of you. So like whenever, like back in the day, and listen, fellas, this is for all my single guys, or if you think your girlfriend is cheating on you, if she ever answers a question like that, something, just don't let that slide. In the sense, like, you could let it slide, but just be aware of it, because that's, again, you didn't answer the question, sir. Like I said, just what, if you put $100 on 4 days, 3 days, how much is your monthly deposit? So that's it. But now I see your answer. But that, you see what I'm saying? If they answer the question but don't answer the question, that's it. Pay attention. Pay attention. LYV still? Damn, that printed a lot on the low ticker. UNH back. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I lost my couple of bucks then. Market, there was some war headlines. Again, the Ukraine thing is going to be signed tomorrow. I think the SMCI deadline is today. 200 a month towards equity plus 500 to pad the cash. So that's kind of the point I've been saying here, man. That's a lot. You're playing a lot on short term. So even then, worst case, you're putting in 200 a month and you're gambling with $100 of that. So in 1 month you'll save 200, but you will put 4 days for 100. That's at worst case, just because you answered the question in 2 parts. Even if it was $700 a month that you're saving, you just spent about 20% of that, which isn't too bad. But again, factor that in. I don't know if that's the right budget, but again, it's your choice. But like I am saying, this has been something that I've noticed, that if you go too much with too little time, it is going to backfire. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very simple, where you could guarantee that you have money in the long end. So just play with an appropriate amount. I like 10%. If I was saving $200, I'd do $20. I know it's small, but that way you will be safe. SPY is working its way up. A correction in March. I don't know. I mean, this time, like I said, be on the watch for volatility. Know what's happening, and I think you guys are being informed on it. You are kind of informed in advance. But at the end of the day, you know what's going to move things and what we're looking out for. But correction or not, just everybody's kind of expecting it now. That's the difference. And every other time that we've had these other moves, it's been a lot It's been a lot more like unexpected. It's been a lot more less positioning, all of that. Christ is king. Don't send me that after telling me you're gambling half of your long-term budget. So you like my truth, but that's what you're doing isn't wise, brother. So good luck. But I encourage you all to save more and put it towards the long term and stop. And that's why I'm saying, like, y'all could do whatever you want in private. Don't bring the chat into it. Don't influence people negatively. And like I'm saying, it's easier to die that way. You know, that's why I'm saying it's sad because I don't want to. It's like wishing you off into battle, but you really need the armor, bro. You gotta really, really need the armor. And what I mean by that is like actually, like, dude, you know what to do, but you have to do it. And if you don't do it and take a certain strategy where it leads to death, unfortunately, it's just sad. So do what you need to, but again. If you want to trade short term, I would put an appropriate budget. And even then, hear me out. If you're cool with losing it all and not like, you know, and down the line, you're like, damn, I could have just had 20 grand. Then by all means, who gives a fuck? You know, but at the end of the day, I assume most of you want to walk away with something. And especially if you're trying to build a small amount into a large amount. I mean, there's a way you can make it happen. But again, the gambling is alluring, but I hope you know when you're gambling. And again, if you're using a lot of a smaller budget, it doesn't, again, the numbers will not lie. People need to get ahead in this economy. No, that's fuck shit. No one needs to get ahead. And if you do, you don't resort to gambling. That's lazy people bullshit. Yes or no? So don't try to justify the gambling and blame it on the terrible economy and not being able to afford things. That's a choice. It's a fucking choice. It's actually like it is a choice. It's like a direct choice. Because I'm telling you, if you really want to get ahead, I would go and stop. I would not walk into a casino. And I would go walk into a job site. I would find something to do and monetize that. And you would be surprised. But nothing, again, that's what I'm saying. You guys have the ability to bring in money. You have money. You have these budgets. But just watch out for the traps. The things that pull your money real quick. Again, you get a little idea one day. You're tempted by it. If you don't have a strict discipline on the budget, again, the money could keep slipping from you. That's why do people not get rich? What do you think has happened? What? Everybody makes money. It's just, and they're like, oh, I had the money, and then I did this, and then I did that. That's what gambling is. It's one of the methods where, it's like I had 20K, I had this, I had that, but then it slipped. How did it slip away? You made a bad decision. It's a choice. So that's why I'm saying, gamble. Go ahead and gamble, but you need to have an appropriate budget. One of my favorite numbers is 10%. 10% to the Lord, 10% saving. I hook you up in life, you pay me 10%. Awesome. 10%. So at some degree, if you are gambling short-term plays with more than 10% of your long-term, what would you call that? Good or bad? Yeah, DraftKings dumping. I don't have a headline. I'll see. What's the other one? Flutter? Yeah, I don't say anything on DraftKings yet. Speaking of gambling. Nothing wrong with leaps like Pelosi if you prepare to eat the premium. You're right, kind of, but just don't forget what I just said. if you are putting more than 10% of your long-term budget into speculative plays, you are setting yourself up for a bad time, usually. That's what's wrong. Not that whatever you choose to do after that, you could do whatever. Honestly, like, it's kind of crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, when it comes down to budgeting, dude, you can you could take every gamble that you want. You have to make it within your budget. Once you run out, you run out. But like I'm saying, eventually you start using 20, 50, 75% of your long-term budget now is going towards short-term plays. Sometimes it's going to work, sometimes it won't. But that's different than building wealth and walking away with kind of a guaranteed profit that we could almost assure in a long enough time frame, which has played out very well. So, like I'm saying, it's there, but you have the info. You just have to apply it. People just need the discipline for it. And that's why I'm saying I don't know if I've been explicit about it enough, but I would love to help some of you out with it if you would like. And like I'm saying, unfortunately, I'll have to call it out. What is this? Private equity deal. Rourke would value Dave's at $1 billion. Buy Dave's hot chicken. Oh, I don't. Is Dave isn't in public. I know there's Dave's tea. RC. Yeah, Dave's hot. I like Dave's hot chicken. They're getting bought out. Rourke Capital. High risk, high reward. It was great. Control your budget. That's all. That's all. Do whatever you want. But if you're using way more money on short term than long term, that's a problem. Is that simple enough? Because that's what I'm saying. I don't want to complicate it. I don't want it to be difficult for you. But if you really do want to approach like a conservative angle without limiting yourself on like short-term opportunities, that is the simplest answer I could give you. You can't go with you have to have way more in the long-term budget than you do on the short-term. And then you could go after whatever the fuck you want. Who cares? Because it doesn't matter if you lose everything or make all of it. The budget, this is like how hedge funds do it. This is why hedge funds buy mortgages. As long as you control 10%, you could pursue 10. Again, you could buy Bitcoin with 10% of your budget. It doesn't matter. This is why we, in the long term, bought China with 10%. Even if you fail, you will never go broke allocating your strategy only 10%. You can't go broke off 10%. But then, if your 10% does very good, you could still make 50% of your money or more. You see what I'm saying? So, welcome to alternative investing. Welcome to taking risk. This is exactly what hedge funds do. They either pad the stats or they go all safe and then they risk this small portion to make a higher return off of whatever strategy they're doing. So, like I'm saying, just this is... That's it. That's the answer to all of it. Otherwise, I can't help outside of that. Because if you're using a small enough budget, again, the info, the plays, it makes a lot of sense. But if you're using way, way more on your short term than the long term, it's not sustainable and it doesn't set you up for these positions. Am Dizzle, bro. He's been on the low key. Well, someone just asked about AMD. I think eventually it'll go back up, but some of these chip makers, they may need earnings individually and NVIDIA. And then 40 minutes left, so not bad. We're making some moves. Long term, baby. Long term's a good guy. It's a good guy. Again, you can still trade. I just, all I'm speaking to is budget control. And listen, you only hate the budget when it goes crazy too. Other than that, budgets usually get respected. But I think it's a good thing to have. It's life-changing, and you could apply it to so many strategies. So, again, that's where you should really be listening. Oh, I haven't called Intel in a couple days, actually. Should we call them? It's been a while. I haven't called them, and I feel like it's been a long time. Yeah, bro, I forgot their phone number. Damn, I haven't called them in a while. They got lost in my phone log. I usually have the number ready to go. He probably missed me. Good. Honestly, they don't deserve me. I'll make them work a little harder. DraftKings coming back up. High ticker is gassing right now. Again, bonds near the high. And the SPY, man. It's the highest you've been in a minute. How do you feel, bro? How do you feel? Is it? The Russell is green. Wow. So Dow has already been. Dow's up 0.5% now. So that's just word to the whole. This isn't risk off, man. Somebody, again, the dollar's lower. People bought shit with their money. They didn't run to hiding. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting. Russell's barely green. We'll see how that plays out. And then you could go green on the SPY. You have 40 minutes to go a quarter. So, again, at some point, last time we were here, the SPY was green, I feel like, on, like, one of these other points. Why are we not green? Yeah, where was it? Yeah, I think we wicked, like, right about to go green. Yeah, SMCI, I think you're going to get the deadline today. At least people were talking about it. And then that thing moved around a ton. So we will find out, Habibi. We will find out. Can I say Guatemala in the Trump voice? I don't know. You gotta give me $1. I say if you want me to do like street performances, that's it. Can I make money off that? Will you guys give me $1 if I say Guatemala, like Donald Trump? I don't know. Otherwise, you gotta let it come naturally. Don't force it. Look at the SPY. You see, we're higher today, kind of, depending on how you look at it. Trump admin DOGE hit roadblock in 3 court cases. Drop a peach. Shout out to Peach. Amen. Yeah, Bitcoin, everything kind of came up. I mean, it was ugly in the morning, but I mean, Bitcoin's still down 6%. Wow, look at that. He did it. He gave me $1.50 to say unicorn. Not Guatemala. Guatemala. It's fun to say. I like it. Look at Bitcoin. At first, they said that inflation will bring down the stock market. They said tariffs. Tariffs will cause inflation. Not today. They said they're worried about a recession. Stupid, stupid people. I tell you. The media. Bloomberg. Bloomberg.com. More like stupidberg.com. They have some good people, but they lie. They love to lie. Liars. They lie. They lie. I feel like Pinocchio had to quit. His nose got too big. He worked at Bloomberg. They kept lying. He said, I resign. Fake news media. I tell you, we're going to get rid of it. Thank you. For just $1.49, you could have all of your favorite Trump impressions. Brought to you by Tyree. Thank you. Thank you. Tesla! Charge your Tesla now! Elon's a Republican. Save your country. Raise your kids. Have 10 baby moms. Okay, you're going up, man. 1/10%. 1/10%. Pay the plug. The TLT went hard. I know, baby. We got one. We got a nice one. All right. Well, Chad, that's it. You might go green. I just said 0.25%. You're now down 0.05. So there you have it. Wow, look at that. That was great. Look at that. We got 40 days, 40 nights, 40 months. You got new members. You got TLT plugs. That's it. Y'all just needed a little Trump to wake you up. Beautiful. And the spy. Whew, man. I'm not going to lie, man. You guys are way easier when the market goes up. You know that? I hope you know that. Because when the market go down, I got to explain it. I got to talk you out of dumb shit. You're like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to sell this shit. Fuck that. The economy's crashing. It's fucking over. It's over, Josh. It's over. This shit go down. I need to explain it. I got to explain the narrative. I'm like, the news just lied to you. It's okay. This the same price as 2 weeks ago. You have nothing. I'm telling you, the long terms are literally higher. I can't make the Dow Jones is in the green, dog. The fucking Dow Jones is in the green. You know, and they're like, oh, man, I don't want it. So I have to explain. But when it goes up, you guys, look, I got memberships. I got donations. They pay the plug. They having fun. Look at that. Fucking 2 green candles. You're still red on the spy. Y'all was like, whew, that was close. Wow, that was exciting. Nobody getting banned. Like, I'm selling the long term. I'm like, bro, it's been 2 days. We just hit a high, bro. Why is... Oh, man. So, yeah. I guess we're about to go green, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how fast the attitudes can change or not. I think the long term has to go. Yeah, long term's green now. So, again, that's why. This is why I've been kind of excited. Our long term is positioned very nice. So it was down. It was down like $1,000 at one point today. But now, again, as we're moving up here, we're able to go green. So hopefully, if we do get a recovery, the long term too, man. Treasury Besant discussed China and trade with Australian Treasurer Chalmers. Long term good, Habibi. Eric Trump buy the dip. Yeah, Chad was sending me that in the morning. I mean, again, this was a first big Bitcoin drop. The only problem is just remember from election till now, the Bitcoin was moved a lot. And then there's even been another period where just after the new year and then the inauguration, things moved up a lot. We got to break above this level. Well, now, I mean, you're just going to flirt with the Powell level again. So now if it goes good, you go back up to Powell. If it's bad, you go back to DeepSeek. Dude, you're just right in the middle. And then you have NVIDIA earnings tomorrow. And then now, ironically, you have the market primed to respond to stagflationary data now after everybody was... Dude, in my opinion... It seems like people wanted tariffs to have a big enough reaction, and then it didn't because the reality was it didn't match up. And then now they're just like, fuck it, recession. Because at the end of the day, I mean, you're just right in the middle of this. And then again, we have a new narrative, and then now we will see what these earnings do and everything else. On that note, if 30 minutes, well, I want to go pee. I've just been getting water, or I had to take a phone call earlier. But either way, at least we didn't die. That's it. But then again, you have 30 minutes. You never know. Jigglypuff, Jigglypuff. I miss yelling. Okay, no propaganda. I can't find propaganda. Well, today, early GG's. Enjoy, baby. I hope you have a good workout. Intel needs to take a phone call. Intel. It's bittersweet. Remember I told you, I was like, man, one day the rally is just going to stop. And then it kept going, had the best 2 weeks on record, and then it stopped. So it's good. It's bittersweet, bro, because I knew it would happen, and I wished it was higher, but I'm like, I wasn't disappointed. I was kind of prepared. I hope I didn't will it into existence. Jigglypuff. Markets got crushed, yeah. I mean, a decent amount, but we were already dying by that. Remember, everyone 30 minutes ago was saying that we're going to go down, and they were saying it was looking like yesterday, and then we kind of snapped that, but you never know. Well, hopefully you guys know the reasons why. And then now tomorrow, there will be a little bit more data. Bad data is not going to be good, clearly. Today, we had tiny-ass data. That's the thing you can't forget about today. Your data was small, dude. None of this data was important, and it brought oil down. It shot the bonds up. So the markets are getting really sensitive to that idea. So just watch out for that, because that'll play out tomorrow, but then it'll be about NVIDIA after the bell. And that's your clear-cut Thursday, Friday. And then we make a move, Habibi. And now here's your propaganda. Follow me on Instagram at The Trading Fraternity. Real Cult News on Twitter. I do a Trump impression. The market goes up. Well, I don't know. Buy the S&P. Does that work? I don't care about the market. Here's the propaganda. Bloomberg Media. Fake news.
If you don't have the inventory there, then it's going to be hard to sell the cars.
Follow Josh.
Losing some market share.
He has a good Twitter,
and then the
X,
rollback from the Trump
Elon,
administration on certain
Instagram,
EV initiatives.
The Trading Fraternity. It's a good guy. He's a good guy. Good guy. Great guy.
But even sort of this idea of just nipping away at the subsidies and other things that kind of help Tesla and, for that matter, other EV makers grow, which seems odd given that Elon Musk basically has a seat at the table in theory.
Unless he's pivoting to sort of just the autonomous vehicles, oh boy, autonomous vehicles and like that, and battery storage, if that's now really the bet for Tesla.
And then here's the thing though too, and I think just to kind of get to this idea that this stuff isn't going away, right? I mean, we may see a slowdown, may see a speed bump here, but when we talk about electrification of vehicles and all the things that go along with that, that's still kind of full steam ahead. And I actually had a chance to go down to the Daytona 500, which is in Florida, Alex Seal.
Oh, thank you.
I did not see you. It's a big race, NASCAR.
I was totally there.
Anyway, it was a great event, and I had a chance to kind of see maybe what potentially that future would look like. It was actually for the first time in the 67 years that they've been running the Daytona 500, all of those gasoline-powered vehicles, they were actually led out onto the track by an all-electric pace car. And then on top of that, just outside the speedway, there was an all-electric race car that was doing donuts in the parking lot. And it was really the first official foray that NASCAR's biggest event has really given to fans to kind of taste what an EV future could look like for the U.S. motorsport powerhouse, and playing a big part in that initiative. And that car you're seeing on the screen is a Swiss automation giant ABB, which helped develop the prototype EV race car that was showed off at Daytona. Pleased to say that Chris Shigas, Vice Vice President of Strategic Partnerships at ABB, joins us now here in Studio 2. And Chris, we should point out that car was a joint effort. You worked with Ford, Chevy, Toyota.
Yeah, actually, I'm sorry. It was built in the NASCAR R&D Center.
Yes, yeah.
But collaboration with the three OEMs that are partners with NASCAR, Ford, Chevrolet, and Toyota. So a great collaborative effort to build an impressive piece of technology.
So what's kind of the goal for this? Because when you first see a car like this, your thought is, oh, wow, is NASCAR going to somehow have an all-electric racing system? But that doesn't really appear to be the goal at this point. But they do have broader ambitions for decarbonization, for their own...
Romaine the Rizzler. He's really out here. He really, really out here. You followed me on Twitter? Good. Thank you. Hearing Baba upgraded Outperform at 165. Remember yesterday, they got a huge overweight from Morgan Stanley, and then it went down. But again, at least they came up today. And then there's more of the video editing news and then the AI center investment. ARK could go if the yields drop. I mean, again, growth just took a beating. So whenever the market is ready to bounce, I think ARK will be a good one. But then again, Tesla and other names are a lot lower. So if the ARK sell-off is going to get worse, it's going to come down here to like 52, 53. So you could take the risk now. I think whenever we get good risk on again, then ARK is really going to move. But you run the risk of it flushing again. But I like it. I don't have a play on it, though. PSN on my radar? No. I've only been looking at like the majors, RTX, LMT. That's pretty much it. I haven't even been playing them unless there's like crazy like news, but we've been hearing that, the defense stuff. I mean, I think even today, this little rally was from the peace stuff, and that's what we're going to get tomorrow. So we'll see, but I think generally there might be a better, broader vibe for any of the peace stuff rather than playing the stocks. U.S. and Ukraine agree terms on mineral deal, sources say. 2 sources say. First Solar crashing. Don't they have earnings? If my sold puts get assigned? Habibi, what do you mean? You sell sold put, you buy the stock, Habibi. There's no game plan. Now you buy stock. But covered calls, you refinance them. You roll them over. So that's pretty much it. But that's why, I don't really like selling puts. I think selling puts with rates at 4 or 5%, I mean, you're just going to get away. Unless you want the stock, even if you did want the stock, I would just go hold cash and get yield, because with this volatility or whatever could happen and how things have moved, I mean, prices aren't real. So I feel like you could, again, I mean, I bought Meta at $90 two years ago. So it just essentially, I would just wait. It is a great way to buy stock at a different time. Like I'm saying, you have markets at a very wild extreme, and you are getting paid 4 to 5% to do nothing. So why would you lock in a price for less yield? It doesn't. That's why I'm like, I've seen more people get blown out by it recently than benefited off of it. Fidelity gives you 4% on cash. My long term gives me 4% doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. TLT breaking out. SPY coming back. So you're getting more updates on the mineral deal. Yeah, Apple bottom right. That's red. Honestly, a lot of things just flush there. Hot dog. So maybe the day's not over. The problem is bonds are going up. So again, not only are you kind of getting a little quick vertical, it could stop at any moment, but it's correlating with the last big drop. Again, bonds are just rocketing up now, yeah. So do as you please, my friends. But let's see. Just wait till it stops, but you're kind of on a shot clock, but there's still enough time. And now you went from 0.07 to 0.39. Explain rolling over options like you're 5. I can't, bro. No fucking 5-year-old is fucking with derivatives. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a 5-year-old concept. Like maybe it is like, I don't know, like a Chuck E. Cheese token derives value from like a real dollar, and then it's just like the Chuck E. Cheese tokens expire, so then you swap them out for the new Chuck E. Cheese tokens. But yeah, ask Grok for that maybe. I feel you. But no 5-year-old fucking with derivatives, dude. I can't explain this to my nephew. Like, I don't even know how to, like, some things I can, but like that's just too, that's why you guys got to know what you're buying. Like, you guys are little insurance dealers. So keep that in mind. So yeah, you just change the Chuck E. Cheese token for like a current value because the old Chuck E. Cheese tokens won't work anymore. I don't know, man. Like I said, we're reaching, but yeah. Okay, still going down. Bonds still rocketing up. Pay attention to this. This is giving vibes from the morning because if the bonds keep going, wait till this ends. I know it's end of the day. We only got 20 minutes. Let's see where the bond SPY relationship, but literally new high on the bonds while you are breaking down. So kind of good because bonds are advancing. Last time the bonds were this high, you were 4 points lower on the SPY. That's why I'm saying pay attention to this. And because now there's room for the SPY to go as the bonds leading it. But at the end of the day, you just don't want this to end here at the end of the day. If we close here, that's fine. Still another bad day. Dow is probably going to end up green, but other than that, if it ends up red on everything, that's going to be ugly. And then a lower close will not be good. And then, yeah, now you got to wait for the other one. TLT, bro. Not bad. NVO is still the last long-term pickup. So you guys got to get patient, relax a little bit, get the long-term alerts, first link. If you're rich, you could buy the expensive ones. But other than that, wait till I post it. But yeah, I think some people are getting antsy. But you have to notice, man, a lot of value has went up in the last 30 to 45 days. So even some of the names we wanted shot up. But yeah, we're going to wait a little. I didn't buy anything in February. I'm probably not going to buy anything in February unless we get a 10% sell-off and then the video go down to $1. But other than that, we'll find out. I remind you of your Muay Thai coach. Oh, wow. Is he short and balding too? Or is there other features that I remind you of? But yeah, that could be anything. He's either like super swole and like fucking like just crazy like killer vibes, or he probably has the vibes of a middle school PE teacher. So I don't know. Either way, I hope it's a good thing. Yes, buy below VWAP with bonds. I mean, they're not stopping again. The scary part is that if this is really bonds and SPY could go down a lot more. But again, eventually the SPY needs to level out, and then the bonds are just closing the gap. If you're already up on a position and want to add more, how do you go about it? Try to buy it on a dip, but if you've really exhausted all opportunities and there's no other, like your portfolio doesn't tell you to buy anything else or that there's a more optimal use, then you just buy it. But I like to wait for the dip. I mean, we averaged up into Abivi. Again, I just waited. It hit like 180 and then came down to 116, still like 20, 30% higher than our purchase, and we added more to it. So, but that was, again, but we already bought everything. And there wasn't other stuff. So the problem right now is that there's a lot of things. That's why I keep telling people, anybody telling me, oh, I could only do one thing, I think you're a liar. Or you're ignorant or a liar. Either way, I hope you're ignorant towards it because there's so many just like alternatives right now. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't want to average up right now, you don't have to, But I'm like, dude, there's 10, 20 solid ass names at like 5, 10-year lows that are good again. And even the value names, it sucks because I've been saying this for a while, and every week that situation changes as people start to scoop it up. But at the end of the day, you know, once you have exhausted all opportunities, then you just buy it and just try not to buy it at an all-time high. And hopefully you wait till the dips, maybe buy it before or after earnings if you're already kind of convicted on averaging up or not. The NVR. I answered that question for you. You don't listen? The fuck, bro? Go back on DVR. Oh, you probably stuck on DVR. Yeah. Oh, I was like, I'm about to ban the shit out of him. He was just lost in time. Not bad. Okay, 15 minutes. You bounced a little bit. Bonds went to a new high. Then they chilled out. So let's see. See what the bonds do. Tesla, I got 2 of them. Yum, hold on though. Bond's still holding. SPY not bouncing out of this. They can still flush. I can't believe it, Chad. Raul could come? I mean, bro, you guys acting like Raul has been on a 3-day bender. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like, oh, will Raul show up? I think Raul has been getting hammered every day for 72 hours now. I think Raul, what do you mean? Yeah, bro, Raul's making a fucking ruckus. Raul even convinced lying-ass Bloomberg to be like, all right, maybe tariffs will cause a recession. They just spent the last fucking 2 months of the news cycle trying to convince you that tariffs will cause inflation. And not even then, 3 days of Raul, they're like, well, fuck it, man. I think tariffs will bring down the economy now, actually. I think it'll slow us down, actually, now that we think about it. So, yeah, Raul has not left. He has been here. He has done a lot of damage. He's making people question their lives. Raul's fucked up many lives already for no reason, and it's not even that big of a move. But point is, you are definitely on volatility watch. You have had downside, and it's not over yet. That's why tomorrow, NVIDIA, we'll see if Raul wants to double down or not. So we'll find out. Dow's doing good, but we'll find. Watch the bonds. That's the good part. Bond yields low, oil low. End of the day, on a yearly, I like that for the year. So keep that in mind. I don't know how it'll play out in a day, a month, but you give me lower bond yields and lower oil, I think that's good generally for the market on the end of the year. So that is the silver lining on today. And, oh my gosh, where is it? Bro, that blew my mind. I said it right now. Dude, are you ready? Silver. That blew my mind when I saw that headline. Silver dropped 3% today, and it said it closed at $31. You guys know I haven't been looking at the price of silver. Some of you vampire slayers have been, but other than that, I just watch gold price. But I have not seen, dude, why is silver still at fucking $30? That's insane. So, yeah, I didn't really realize that. Dude, that's crazy. Bro, it didn't, like, it's climbing. I don't even know how to describe this. Because I remember it was at those 34s, but I thought it was lower. But, like, dude, that's nuts. We're still historically, dude, $30 silver is insane. Starbucks to outsource tech after corporate shakeup. Walmart and Amazon So that's good. Bonds coming down. So again, I think they got a little bit off that. I can't believe Amazon. Amazon 4%. That's good though, bro. All right, man. Things are chilling out. I know just in general, this could all get shit on tomorrow after NVIDIA, but and then whatever we wake up to. But yeah, this is decent. Buy the dip, Habibi. Buy it. Only on cheap shit, though. I don't know. You say buy the dip, they're like, NVIDIA at the highest price. We'll meet Friday. I do see 2 sources, yeah. Again, everyone said we were hearing tomorrow, so that's actually a new development. And then you got 10-minute rigged in 45 seconds. Any U.S. companies like Toyota or Ford? You know Toyota is not a U.S. auto company, right? It's literally called Toyota. But we just talked about this earlier. I've liked the auto companies, but I think they fucked up on the EV. I do like Toyota. It's not a U.S. auto company, and they've kind of been struggling. I actually like it for the Japan stuff. But I'd like Tesla. It's too overvalued, but I don't think I would buy an auto company. Honda or Toyota, I would consider, but they got their own thing going on. I kind of do want Toyota. On selling physical gold to acquire property? Fuck yeah. If I will sell the long term for property, then I will sell gold for property. Real estate is the top real asset you can own, I believe. Some people will disagree with me, but they can't live in their other investments. And I don't know if they've been poor enough to realize how important that is. But yeah, so for me, that is my number one real asset. Always. So everything, you can do whatever you want if it leads to real estate. That I am totally fine with. Yeah, if Toyota was cheaper, bro, I'd buy Toyota. Just because the Japan exposure. Again, they have financing. They have everything. SPY kind of coming back down. This time the bond's not as high. So you are getting things moving around. You think sports cards are the number one asset? Really? Do you ride your fucking bike around the neighborhood too? What are you talking to me? Do you put it in the steering with a fucking wheel and go tick, 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 tick? No, get a fucking real estate. Okay? I love you. I appreciate you. You could put them as number 2, but no. He's like, dude, I just like sports cards. I know. I just want you all to get long terms. That's it. You're going to walk away from here richer. That's it. You just sold a Jordan auto for $34K. Good. That's a down payment. Then you buy a house, and then you know what you do with the house money? You could buy more sports cards. They don't feel me, bro. They don't feel me. I'm telling you. So, yeah, that's my ultimate real asset. Amen. Your name is Brawny and you're 5'6"? Wow. I thought your name was Ivan Mendoza. Ivan. Ivan. You could even be Russian, my brother. Ivan. Ivan. Well, I have cousin Nico and cousin Ivan. And cousin Vladimir and Vladimir. There's a difference. So, give me $6 billion and we make a deal to end war. How does this sound? I've never tried. Do people... I forgot. You Americans. If I say this Russian accent, you don't get offended. If I say Ukrainian, you guys flip liberal shit. But Vladimir and Vladimir are the same. You know this, right? But either way, thank you for your time, for speaking. SMCI. Oh, wasn't that just up? Yeah, so there you go. 10-minute rigged. You didn't get much index. Couple names moved. But yeah, even Apple, Amazon just went fucking green after all of that. But yeah, SMCI just flushed $3. And bonds up, SPY down. Dow's going to be green. Still a little rough, but not as bad. I don't think you're going to flush fucking 5 points in 10 minutes. Or 5 minutes, but generally still a pretty bad day. Actually, I don't know. Maybe Apple. All consumer data, bro. And then the data of the last days. Do you guys all understand that? So none of you should be you should not be confused on why the stock market is going down the last couple of days. Again, everybody is starting to get worried about growth and the economy due to tariffs. Not Apple pledges to fix transcription glitch causing controversy. Oh my gosh, is that real? No. Is that... I didn't know that was real. Racist. Oh, it doesn't work on mine. I thought it was fake. All right, well, you're coming down here. Chips are going down, too. But, yeah, there was, like, some glitch. Like, apparently if you said, like vocal, if you, like, transcribe, if you said, like, racist or looked up racist, it would automatically show, like, Trump. Or if you said Trump, it automatically transcribed to racist. And then people know. I thought people were trolling. I didn't know that was real. But they just put out a statement. Apple pledges to fix transcription glitch causing controversy. I mean, Trump. No, yeah, it doesn't do it on mine. That's crazy. Cigna into the bell. Yo, Cigna, Humana, Elevance. Hold on. I don't know if this is Final 5 shit or if it's healthcare related. Every healthcare, Cigna, Molina, Elevance, they all just popped up here. And then Final 5, market still coming down. NASDAQ about to be down another 1.5, bro. But you got a couple of movements there at the bell, so wrap it up, my brethren. Wrap it up. Can you believe it? UNA, they all, again, they're all moving. Even Humana. That's why I don't know if it's Final 5 or if this is like new shit. I don't see anything, though. XLV, even defense names have gone up today, too. 84 and 10, good luck. Is that the opposite of censorship? I think we call that propaganda. I don't know, though. You don't want to sell the long term but pay PMI? Oh, I mean, just pay the PMI. Who cares? And then if you don't want to pay the PMI, sell the long term. Does that make sense? So can you make more on the long term than the PMI will cost you or the extra money you save? Because think about it. If the PMI yearly is less than putting that cash to bonds, just pay the PMI. And then vice versa. If you can't do it safely, then just go pay down the loan. All right, man, we're good. That's it. Chad, wrap it up. I might start screaming in the microphone. I don't know because I get excited or I have personal issues, but either way, if you don't want that, you should probably leave. But you should have applied that attitude all day. That's it. Don't ever do anything, for real. I love you all. You have no idea, bro. To wake up as early as I do with the shits that I have, it's out of pure love and enjoyment. So my advice to you is enjoy life. And don't ever waste your time doing something you don't enjoy, okay? I hope thousands of you could hear that today. So that's how we're going to end the day today. So if you would love to enjoy it with me, God bless you. If not, I mean, that's don't fight the temptation. Fight it. Don't do shit you don't like. Even if you don't like me, fuck Josh. You know what I agree with you. You do what you love, my friend. Real enjoyment is a scary thing, so I want you to partake. But that's it, baby. Wrap it up. Bring it home. You don't have much time left, Chatadonia. You don't have much time left. Let's see. Amen. Amen. Wrap it up, though. I'll see you tomorrow, though. Worst case, God willing. Best case. Worst case, I don't know. Not bad, though. We could have died, bro. What a wild day. Even then, we're definitely on watch. You already know the vibe. You are already prepared in Chatadonia. You only have 1 minute! Go, 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 go. Ladies and gentlemen, all those healthcare plays are still going. Wrap it up, bring it home, finalize those plays. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Shares, options, futures, you got to make up your mind. Tomorrow's NVIDIA, you can wait till after the bell, but that's it. Maybe we'll get a little bit of peace deal. Markets are vulnerable. Raul is on a bender, and you have less than 20 seconds to wrap it up. You got a couple of earnings. SMCI deadline after the bell, I believe. Maybe we'll get a headline, but bring it home. Wrap it up. Less than 10 seconds remaining. Are you kidding me? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. God bless America. Thank you, vets. Ding 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 ding. Oh, nah, let's go. Oh, Chatadonia. Are you kidding me? A Tuesday? Feels like a lot has happened, but it's only the beginning of the week, baby. Good game. We made it to the end. That's what I'm talking about. GG, baby. It don't matter if you made money or lost money. I know you learned something. Everybody that contributed brought something to the table. Plays, those vibes, personalities, info. Way to hold it down and not get banned. Thank you. It means a lot. Do you appreciate it, bro? And I'm not saying, I'm just saying, like, for real, bro. Do you understand? I would have banned you. Even over a misunderstanding, I would have banned you. So if you made it without getting banned, that means a lot. Do you feel me? Do you understand? Good game, baby. I see you too, Twitch. Amen. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all did good, man. Thank you, bro. You didn't even have to donate. You gave me $1.50 for the roses. Thank you, man. I love you. God bless Chatadonia. Let's get it. Get a fucking long term. I need me to rap. You won't see me a lot. Monday through Friday, you need me, let's talk. Amen, baby. And shout out to the veterans. Okay, you wouldn't be here without the veterans. So veterans, thank you. If you would like to thank me, I divert all of my thank yous to the veterans. So please thank them. And if you could have it in your heart to thank me but can't thank them, your logic is ass backwards. So I'm not going to let you go down like that, G. I'm here for you. So veterans, thank you. And God bless you. God bless America. That is all we have. I think there's going to be earnings. If you guys are willing to wait, I'll get you some of the earnings. But I'm not going to go and work for it because I don't have any plays. That's it. I think you got a couple. Tesla workday up 7. That's it. Man, people don't even want to work every day. So workday, I don't know. Axon came out. Caesars, Intuit. Yeah, there's a lot that are already out. So let me play you some Uncle. Let's see what moves. But again, any of the big ones I will get for you. If you have the news, you can post it too. I know Chad likes to do it. All right, where is it? Where's my uncle? But yeah, Chad, that's it. I love you, though. Do you guys understand me? Do you hear me? Like, for real. I would have banned anybody. So thank you for not getting banned. I hope you could appreciate it. I'm not just saying it. Because not everybody made it today. So thank you for making it. I appreciate you. No, amen. Yeah, card is down 7. I think that was pricing in 10. Oh, wait, is Trump live? Someone said that earlier. Do I have to raise my voice for you to hear me? My Spotify won't work. It just says healthy upstream. Oh, there it is. No, I thought he was live, but he's not. All right, bro. Well, here is your uncle.
One turn. It's a call, baby. Hey. Yeah. Ask me if I'm holding stocks. Please don't
Trump
be
signs
ridiculous.
executive order to impose price transparency on healthcare. Hold on, this is weird though. I'm getting Trump headlines. He's supposed to be live or not, but these weren't really talked about earlier. Not as much. There was the other Medicare stuff too, but interesting. There's the numbers there on some of them are coming across the board. So watch out for that. But yeah, very interesting. So I'll get you some of those headlines.
No matter if you're young, you could always use it.
Always use it.
Know you want the money. I suggest you do not rush with it. Dias aren't plans. Make sure you don't fall in love with it. You ain't never saved. By the second month, you double it. Trading foreign currencies. I don't need a dumb on it. I don't need a translator. Nod my head and run with it. Mama always said, never marry, but have fun with it. Mama said that's wrong, but deep down, I always fuck with it. If you don't like my plan, do your thing. I wish you luck with it. Why they call me fan, but I don't see them at the holidays. Say that you're a man, but on the internet, you talking gay. Go ahead, you could cancel me, but don't act like you ever pay. You look dumb as fuck if only one of us is playing charades. Stop asking what I mean, bitch. That wasn't a parable. Just because they copied me don't mean that we're comparable. You support the phony, that just means your judgment terrible. An iPhone in your hands, you're a narc, that's a wearable. Didn't buy the stock, it was down, right in front of you. Didn't say I lost, my account looked like a W. You don't got the long term, it's hard for me to fuck with you. If you can't pay yourself, then I wouldn't put my trust in you. Fuck it, dude. Hold my dick, I won't hold my tongue. Remember they were talking shit about Amazon when I was young. Oh wait, they did the same, it was Meta right in front of them. Think they'd have a little bit of shame from always looking dumb. Nah, they on a diet and it's humble pie. It's 2025, you could kick it, you ain't gotta lie. Made $1 million buying value, I don't buy the hype. My girl is really classy, all you ratchet bitches not my type. Why? They don't buy it till it reached the high. You picked the right thing, but you also picked an awful time. You would be surprised how making money make you fall behind. Maybe I offended, but that doesn't mean I told a lie. Wow, you really like it when they lie to you, ignoring all the things you hear, denying what the eye produce. Helpful isn't friendly if they helping you to tie the noose. You teach them how to steal your money every time you live and lose. Damn, I'm on lie, my mama taught me that. Whoever sold you all those courses, you should probably take it back. It's all a bunch of bullshit, you would learn more if they told you that. I know you know the truth, so you still got time to go to that. Long term.
Hey, yo, check copper. Gluttony.
Am I mad or just passionate? Are you fam or
check Alcoa and Copper, but Commerce Secretary Lutnick says we'll investigate possible imposition of tariffs to rebuild copper. No exemptions, no exemptions. It's time for copper to come home. Trump will recognize copper as national security. Commerce will investigate under Section 232. Advisor Navarro, like it has in steel and aluminum, China is using overcapacity and dumping to gain control of world's copper. White House official investigation will look at raw mined copper, copper concentrate, spined refined copper, scrap copper, copper alloy, and derivative products. Premature to discuss any level of tariffs. Trump prefers tariffs over quotas. U.S. can't develop smelting and refining capacity unless there is reasonable certainty of long-lasting perfection. Forecasts based on demand from electric vehicles and AI point to copper shortages in the future. Oh, these are coming in hot. To move quickly on copper, but no specific timeline given. I think that's it. Won't identify specific derivatives that would prejudice the investigation. So again, copper, I don't know if anything else is, what do we have? Yeah, you could trade, I don't even think you could trade copper futures unless you're Goldman. Alcoa didn't move. Someone said ARLP. Nothing really moved off. That's new, though. We didn't really hear about that earlier. It is tied to the aluminum, but they're just making more of an emphasis on copper. Cop X. Oh, Cop Z. Yeah, there it is. There's a copper miner ETF. Nice. Oh, dude. Well, there you go. I don't know if it'll mean prices higher, though. But very interesting.
Just acting it. No, I talk a lot, but I always keep passing it. Gotta keep it in the roto. We are not the same, like rice isn't risotto. All the real ones know it's always no photos. Hit the market crash, stop backing, I'm the go-to. Just because you know me, that don't mean that I'ma know you. Man, talk stops non-stop, I am really him. If your name not Ben, we ain't really friends. Franklin at the end if you ain't getting that. I think all y'all do sedatives, or worse, I hope it's not hereditive. You ride the wave, but I invented it. I saved, and then I started lending it. Make trades, then I put it to another crib. That's a formula I did my whole life. My bro knew I was quick, so he taught me how to fight. Said you being followed if they take 3 rice. If they don't want your chain, then they want your life. So I go and share both of those. If you kill me or you rob me, either way the money overflows. All about $1, you can tell my heart is really cold. Something in my hair, cut my soul.
Trump also signing statement in Europe using digital taxes to penalize U.S. businesses. So watch that. Social again, we're getting the updates now.
It's getting really old. Let a gamble tie your mind up.
So he really kept that quiet all day. They hinted at it, but now they're dropping it.
Happens at the night, bro. Money is fun, son. I hope you made your mind up. Tell me who the line up. Show me where you find her. You can have a rollie, it don't matter when your time up. Handed him a Bible when he asked for a light, bro. We are not the same, like a lion's not a tiger. The difference is the difference. That's my old bitches shit. That's my new bitch. That's the YouTube and the Twitch. From the hills to the trench, in the game to the bench. The difference make the man.
Kava. Solar pop for a little bit. I don't like any of these earnings, but
long term.
We'll see. I think that executive order stuff, I'll try to kill a little bit more time. He might take 30 minutes, though. I could probably go get a workout in.
Long term, short term, welcome to the war. Love with the game, I just want a little more. Haters ain't new, I just got a little bored. Stepping in the pace, I be speaking with the store. Tell me what's the store, China on the store. Ready on the land, know you heard this shit before. It was 2018, making videos in the car. Now everybody got a long term, looking for some more. Big bank, I'ma pull up in a Civic. Rollie is a numerals, the Casio and digits. If you never make a move, then you'll never have a critic. Why you think I got these grown men acting like some bitches? $100 move, 10-cent finish. Tell me not to mock it, but you don't know your limit.
V8, no, do zero down, bro. Fuck yeah.
So tell me
thank you for your service. Definitely zero down.
Already know it, though. Don't care about your whip. I got a crib in my portfolio. You should be yourself. Stop back at cornhole.
That way you get the crib and the long term.
So colloquial. Crypto in the water.
Then we get you a rental too.
Put it in the video.
You get 2 houses, bro.
Funny how it's cynical.
Oh, they don't feel me.
Forgive me for the language. I'm still working on the spiritual. Mr. Professional, talk about the revenue. Hard to ride the wave when you riding on my genitals. Talking about my plays, but they hit like an edible. I'm used to little humans telling me what's not attainable. That's some whole shit, trying to tightrope shit. Friend and the enemy, you think we don't know this? Funny how my foes never had the same focus. Forgive them for their sins, I ain't talking about the smoke. I'm back to the mission, lot of holding, lot of sitting. Act like you can't change your mind before you go and make decisions. You don't even need precision, cause you at it while you stack it, while you average your way in it. Who the villain? Money tree, you gonna kill it, cause you keep on fucking with it. Trying to learn the art of chilling. It don't matter your religion, what you have or what you didn't. Cause the future you gon' ask the current you, but why you didn't. Sick with it, boy, I'm talking big business. I don't need no 3 wishes, just a GOD vision. I be COD.
There's your copper play. FCX.
But I'm all about a mission.
That's the winner from that headline. I don't know if they had earnings, but that makes sense. This looks like the copper ETF. And then that's the American provider.
I already know I don't care about your whip. I got a crib in my portfolio.
He's quiet on oil, but it's good. Like I'm saying, if oil keeps going down, I mean, that makes the inflation and it makes everything easy. That's why I'm saying, although the market is taking some of these recent developments kind of negatively, those lower bond yields and lower oil, that's the plan, and that's a good response. So it's very interesting how it's playing out, but I think you just got to go through the market. You know, they got to digest a lot. But Chattadonia, God bless you, America, and thank you to the veterans. But I think we call it. I think we call it, man. That's it. We have a watch list tonight. I don't know if I can wait for Trump. Just follow me on Twitter. I'll go live. If he starts talking crazy, I'll just go live if we have to call it a day. That's what I did last time. So I'm going to try to get this workout in, though. You know what I'm saying? We got to get that workout in. That is what we need. So, Chad, I love you. Thank you for being here. FCX, that's the copper play. That was it. Trump is speaking. Unless he's live now, I'll put it on, but I'm going to go get my gym in, bro. No, they said 4:30. They keep pushing it back. We already got that. Again, that's why look at Freeport. I gave you all the headlines there. They're going to be targeting copper. They signed the bill for targeting healthcare and Medicaid. And then they also did one targeting, again, they even mentioned China a little bit. And then what was the other one? The social media and the EU one. They said if EU claps them, we're going to clap them back. So, yeah. Other than that, Chad, thank you for your time. I hope you had a good one. I hope I see you tonight on the watch list. Otherwise, God willing, I see you in the morning. Go read the books, Richest Man of Babylon, Proverbs, New Living Translation, and The Strangest Secret in the World. And don't forget why we're here, why we keep going, why that faith, hope, and love ain't ever going out of style, and why, my friends, gluttony isn't always related to size. No, 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 no. Why, baby, why? Finger to the sky, baby. To God be the glory, and through the grace of God alone. Amen. Amen. But Chad, hold on. ENVB bio going crazy. Trump headlines. I hear that Ukrainian President Zelensky coming to visit on Friday. I've gotten calls from airlines on digital taxes. We're going to protect our businesses. The House and Senate know what I want. If me and Zelensky would like, it's okay if Zelensky wants to visit. Deal is rare earths and other things. The American taxpayer will get their money back plus. Latest, again, so you're going to hear this live in a little bit, but the statements are coming out. So I don't know. I don't want to keep waiting for them. I want to get my lift in. I don't know what's happened with ENVB. Freeport for the copper stuff. But yeah, Chad. No, unless another headline comes out. Yeah, Trump. He says some form of peacekeeping troops will be needed for Ukraine. That's what I said. I said Ukraine to fight. Ukraine to fight. We're going to send all the troops to Afghanistan. AMC. Hey, come on. Let's watch a movie in a gold mine. Yeah, Adam Aaron's my friend. He diluted the fuck out of me. I think he likes me. I think he's my friend. Cav is already out, I think. I think they reported a high side of hummus. Have you ever had hummus? It's fucking good. Here, let me see kava. How you say kava, like a cave. Oh, yeah. Let's see how we found Osama. Yeah, kava's out. Oh, here, hold on. I got the numbers here for you, right? I'll tell you the number. He reported a judge. What's it? EB. How do you say that word? EBITDA. How it's fun to say. EBITDA. 25.1 million. Estimate was 23. They beat. Total revenue 227 million. Versus 233, 223. They did good. They beat. EPS missed 5 cents versus 7. And then restaurant sales went up by 21. But then they guided. 150 to 157. Oh, that's bad. And the estimate was 161. It's not good. And then restaurant 62. That's the always use. They beat the quarter, guided a little lower. Like when I whisper a little bit. But I mean it. No, don't die. Don't die, Connie. Don't die, Connie. We need you, Connie. You're one of the good ones. You got a long term. You grew it. We need the people with long terms to survive. You'll survive if you have a long term. If you invest more on short term than your long term, you will die. You will be dead. That's it. That's all. But either way, Chad, there's your earnings. Cava. Not as fun to say as Guatemala. We'll see. What kind of food is that? Cava. Sounds beautiful. Sounds pretty. Beautiful cava. Wow. That's nice. Anyways, I'll see you on the watch list, or Josh will. I'm going to go live. Trump, peacekeeping. I already told you that. We'll let him peacekeep. Put a couple of security guards. You mess with our minerals, we'll fuck you up. I could say that. I'm the president. Either way, have a good night, Chad. Goodbye. I love you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Exactly. All I'm saying is it peacekeeping or warkeeping? I don't get it. Why do you call it a peacekeeper if you have a gun? That doesn't make idea. Again, that sounds like your Debo. He said, I'm keeping the peace. That's it. I don't know where the lemonade's at. Maybe at the stand. I don't know. Either way, have a wonderful evening. I reclaim my time. Goodbye.